Ladies and gentlemen, we do thank you very much for your attention, and now we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the takeoff. The captain has made tower communications available, so if you'd like to monitor the air traffic system, you'll find that on Channel 9 and your headsets in the seat pocket in front of you. We'll give you a little more information about our service plan for our flight this evening as soon as we're in the air. Thank you, and again, welcome aboard. Ladies and gentlemen, we do thank you very much for your
You should have walked a straight line from me. Walk it.
Life. Yeah. It's funny, ain't it?
This goes out to everybody that lost someone. I know y'all can relate to that. Do this for y'all. Let's go. Yo, day after day, reminiscing how you passed away. In my crib, I was the last to say, you have to pace yourself and face yourself. Be patient, yeah, don't fake yourself. Nah. We all know them 12 steps. Going to meetings in the joint, trying to get out quick. It's true. Facts are the facts. And I don't judge fiends, but they always be back. It's them alcohol, Newport tokens. It's all chemicals for the roulette poker. May as well spin the barrel. Ain't getting no younger, cause life's one big battle. In L, he had that Raven, Deuce 5. Put it to his head and gave in. I still think why. Been in the background, I hear Jay Drain, and she telling me, yeah, I got to believe.
It's hard on these blocks to be always down on your love. You gotta be strong and believe there's a heaven.
There's a heaven. Yeah.
Maybe it's all that we got.
Maybe.
Hustling to stay on top. No, it's hard on these streets.
It's hard.
To keep living.
Gotta keep living. Day after day, we reminisce, y'all. Cause life is real, we really miss y'all. From my mind to my soul, you in my heart, so I had to let you know. I seen them Henny bottles and snipe blunts that came to your funeral, only visit you once. Your mom, I seen it in her face. She lost her son, and you can't be replaced. In this place, can't be heaven on earth. Is there heaven in the dirt? Look up in the sky, wonder why sometimes that my fam hate on me, don't see my vision. When I die, will they finally listen? See what I envision? We gotta keep living, praying for heaven. It's the hell we go through just to get by. And any day a good day to die. Cause any day's a good day to die. Yeah.
It's hard on these blocks.
It's hard.
To be always down on your love.
Down.
You gotta be strong and believe there's a heaven.
We gotta stay strong, y'all.
Maybe it's all that we got.
Maybe.
Hustling to stay on top.
Every day.
No, it's hard on these streets.
What?
To keep living.
We gotta keep living. Day after day, we reminisce, y'all. We really miss y'all.
But we're learning how to live on.
What up, chat?
Keeping it strong.
Day after day.
We reminisce, y'all. Reminisce. We really miss y'all. Miss.
Memories will live on.
Dedicated. Yeah.
On and on and on. Hard on these blocks.
Yeah.
To be always down on your love.
On your luck.
Gotta be strong and believe there's a heaven.
We gotta stay strong, y'all.
Maybe it's all that we got.
Maybe.
Hustling to stay on top.
Every day.
No, it's hard on these streets.
What?
To keep living.
We gotta keep living, y'all. Day after day. Reminiscing on my people that passed away. Dedicated to Dad, you know what I mean? Leon. All my fallen soldiers. gotta keep living. It's the hell we go through just to get by. J Dream.
Everybody rock out to the beat right here. R.I.P. Officer John O'Keefe. To anybody who lost someone, if you lost someone right now that you love and you're in pain, day after day, put your ones up. I need everybody in the chat right now. If you're missing somebody, put your ones up. Currently number 2 on the runway. I just want to give a lesson and a prayer to everybody that we lost, especially that flight that just went up in the sky that got hit by the helicopter. We lost a fellow pilots, and we lost 67 people on board. Tragic. Could have been prevented accident to start the new year off. Day after day, we reminisce on our people that pass away. I go by the name of J.F.K. Could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. My God.
I go by the name of James Jackson. How are we, beautiful people?
James Jackson. James Jackson, the one and only. James Jackson.
Yes.
I heard your uncle's in town.
Yeah, he's in town. Got a big dinner to do. Big dinner date, can't be late. So hopefully we can get with him after that dinner date.
Absolutely. Hold my latte, what up? Making changes, what up? Jeff, what up? Zep, what up? Debbie, hi.
DD.
Kelly, hello.
Can we say a prayer for Amy? Absolutely. Prayers to Amy. She's all right. I seen a little bit of her stream earlier. And she was just, she's going through it. And of course, why wouldn't she be? She has surgery tomorrow, and, it's very nerve-wracking. It can definitely cause some stress. She has a child she has to think of. And so prayers to Amy. You got this. And, we got you. We got your back. And everybody in the chat, I'm sure, got your back, Amy. So you got this. You're going to be good.
Praise to Amy for sure. Alan Jackson's in town, Uncle Al. And tomorrow's a big day because they're saying, without a shadow of a doubt, they're saying that 227 phone call went through. Now, if that is the truth, right, which I believe it is, right, it makes sense. Meaning, though, in the courtroom eyes, coming from the courtroom, if we could prove it in the court of law, it's game over, right, James? Karen's doing the moonwalk right out of Dedham Superior.
Shit. We'll have another Jackson move right there. Hopefully, hopefully she's doing the moonwalk right out of Superior, but, that would be it, right? That was a smoking gun we all thought we had in the beginning of this trial. Like, okay, this is it right here. As soon as J.F.K gets on the stand and talks about that, but somehow, some way, they found a way around it. So here we are. Now
He's
they're
coming
trying
in
to
with the guns
discredit this
blazing.
guy. Yeah, they're trying to discredit him already. I seen that. A couple of people trying to discredit him from the other side already. It's like, I guess content for them.
And and that's the difference between this channel and other channels. We're giving you reliable content. We're bringing you inside the courtroom. We have opinions about what happened that night 3 years ago, for sure. I have opinions about what happened 3 years ago.
People could
And if we
change
was
in
out,
3 years. It's a
people
lot of
can
time.
change it. Yeah, a
Yeah.
lot of time. So I don't hold it against anybody. I don't hold it against, but I could tell you what it was. See, the thing is, most people want to paint this out to be as simple as John walking in the house, getting beat up, getting put on the lawn.
No, no,
It's not.
no.
It's not that simple.
It's not that
It's not
simple.
that simple. You got way too many witnesses, right, against Karen. And you got to keep in mind it's an ATF agent, it's a Boston police officer, and the ATF agent, aka Kevin, he's cool. He was cool with Berkey, right, the chief. And keep in mind, Proctor was loose on the text. Can't believe what you can read in text, but then again, can't, just like the header says here, and he fucked this whole investigation up. This is
Right.
all on the shoulders of the DA's office. You think they just want this to look at it that way? He went in, he was upset, a fight happened, they panicked, they put him out on the lawn. That's it. It sounds good. And most people that I come across, the casual fans, they just want to make it as easy as that. Oh, Karen didn't know anything when she was in the truck. She had no idea. Some people say, Karen, she never liked Higgins. No, no, no. Man, that was just flirtatious. Nope. Karen had nothing to do with Higgins. This had nothing to do with Higgins and Karen.
Well,
Well,
I I would say different. I would say it has everything to do, but like we talked about earlier, does it mean anything?
does it mean
With it
anything in the court of law?
in the court of law, does that actually mean anything? I'm sorry, get off the table. Hey, crazy girl.
Now, if we're just kicking the shit, all of us in the chat, and we're trying to solve cases or just trying to take people's inventory, because we all work at Target, right? When we start taking people's inventory, it's like we work at fucking Target.
Right. Checking
What do you
bags
need?
and shit. Right.
You want the girl pajamas? They're over there. They're 30% off on Wednesday. Do you want the guy pajamas? They're over there. Do you want to buy a new TV? You can get a 75-inch for 500.
We just don't have
They're
it in
over there.
stock. You gotta
We
get it
can take
online.
we all put our Target shirts on and we take inventory. And that's just real.
Mm,
You take accountability, and that's what it is. When you're just kicking the shit with the crew, when we're just in chat and we're just talking about what happened in the space and time and the mindset, we have an opinion. We all have opinions. But the reality of it is what matters in the court. What matters? Some of it does matter, unfortunately. Some of the shit that hurts you, some
mm,
of the shit you don't want to think about. Because you want it to be that easy, don't you? He just went in the house. Karen seen him go in the house. And the Apple data said he went down 3 flights of stairs
right.
and he got beat up. I just said what I said. State police, ATF agent, Boston police, and a Boston police officer dead. DA's office looking real silly. Isn't it a lot easier to put it on the convenient outsider? It's never going to be that easy. And we're living, and if you think that this doesn't happen all the time to people that got in the scope, if you fall in that scope,
It's a major disclaimer if you think that. You're right.
so one of the main things we always get smoked for, we be getting smoked. Kevy Kev, what up on the check-in? What up, Kevy Kev?
Kevy
My man,
Kev.
Kevy Kev. Everybody put your peace signs up for Kevy Kev. Kevy Kev's a great supporter.
What's up, Amy? Amy just stepped in the chat.
Kaboom, guess who stepped in the room? I got a song for Amy right now. Amy, you in the house?
Yeah, she's in the house.
Amy's got surgery tomorrow, breast cancer. It all goes down tomorrow. They're going to take everything. You know what? That's not my business. I don't know exactly what they're going to do. How's that sound?
Right.
Point is, this is the surgery is where they stage you. After they take whatever they need to take out of you, they take it, they test the lymph nodes, and the next thing you know, they come back in about a couple of weeks, 3 weeks, and they say, all right, this is how much chemo you need, or this is what it is. This is stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. This is where you caught it. They kind of got a big idea. But this beat, Jared Evan, Static Selector, my song, something, this is the instrumental of it. One more time. If you're blessed, you woke up today. I know you're going through a lot, Amy. People in the chat, I know you're going through a lot, but you're here for it.
Right. We're here for it.
One more.
Every now and then I look up to the sky, and while the minutes pass I lose track of time, but all I gotta do is try to spend it right. Let's take one more time to celebrate like there ain't no tomorrow. So let's just make a memory, 'cause tomorrow will be too late. Don't think twice and hesitate, 'cause it's all that we got for now. Just one more time to make it great. Yeah. Just one more time.
Frank Beans, what up? Amy, it's gonna be all right. You're going through something right now. I can assure you. God got you, right, James?
It's true.
Come on. Beat sounds so beautiful, doesn't it? Static Selector on the beat. Jared Evan on the hook. Sing that
Every
shit.
now and then I look up to the sky, and while the minutes pass I lose track of time, but all I gotta do is try to spend it right. Let's take one more time to celebrate like there ain't no tomorrow. So let's just make a memory, 'cause tomorrow will be too late. Don't think twice and hesitate, 'cause it's all that we got for now. Just one more time to make it great. Yeah. Just one more time.
Woo! Morning after headshot. I just had stage 3 cervical. It's good. They do surgery actually. Good luck. Stay strong, love. Prayers to you, morning, afternoon. Shout out to all my survivors, all my 9-to-5ers. We here. J.F.K.
Yeah.
James Jackson. We love everybody in the chat. Could have been anywhere in the world.
Yeah,
You
what
here
up?
with us, right, James?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Every now and then I look up to the sky, and while the minutes pass I lose track of time.
Gonna be all right,
All I
Amy.
gotta do is try to spend it right.
Josie Lou, what up?
Take one more time to celebrate like there ain't no tomorrow. So let's just make a memory, 'cause tomorrow
You're gonna be all right, Karen.
Don't think twice and hesitate.
You're gonna be okay, Karen Reed.
'Cause it's all that we got
At
for
Karen
now.
Reed.
Just one more time to make
Jay Whalen in the house.
Just one more time.
That Karen Reed, you're gonna be all right. Amy, you're gonna be all right. Everybody in the chat, we're gonna be all right. We're gonna be okay. Woo!
Yeah, man.
We're gonna be all right. We're gonna be okay. We don't do that AI shit over here. No disrespect to anybody that does that. We do real music, real things. We're 39,000 above the bullshit. All original, all reliable content. And I'm not knocking anybody. If that's your thing, you like playing with AI, that's cool. We're humans over here. We look at it from a human perspective. We're not going to
Real
just block out things.
real quick, I just want to touch on, really segue off of that. We're human, and we don't do different. We stay above, turbulence and all that bullshit. I did a show last night with this woman. She's not a big creator. She's not a, popping like everybody wants to say their channels or whatever. But I did it out of the kindness of my heart, and I got a little backlash. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I don't get into that shit on Twitter. I try not to get into that. So I just want to say, like, I don't know what else is going on, but now that I know some things, I just be aware of what I do. I try to do the right thing. Jay, at the end of the day, I tried to look out, and somebody was showing me love on a video I did. They wanted to share it on their channel. So what, I was there to watch that, and it was cool. I thought it was cool, but I just wanted to put that out there. It was a last minute thing too.
Stalen Whalen, our man Jay Whalen. Everybody in the chat, my boy Jay Whalen. Over 30 years of friendships, me and this guy.
Stalen Whalen.
Who wants Jay Whalen to come up on the flight right now? He's a little late. He just caught his connecting flight. Whalen, if we send you the link, you're going to hop on. Everybody in the chat, if you want Jay Whalen to come on as we go through this show and we talk about what hurts and what pains us to talk about, because we don't want to say these things to make Karen look bad, but some of these things need to be said. The waterfall, we're glossing over a lot of shit that's going to be used. Be clear. We're not talking about on the park bench. We're talking about in the courthouse. Things that could come back and hurt her coming from that perspective. Do y'all want to see Jay Whalen in the chat? If you do want to see Jay Whalen up here on the plane with us in one of these boxes and meet my man Jay Whalen, put your ones up. Put your ones up. Ones up.
Ones up for Jay. Oh shit, Jay. You done fucked up now. You done put oh shit. Man. That was funny seeing that pitch hit today, man. That shit was.
Oh, that was great what you did too, by the way.
Oh yeah.
I had to remix it though. I had to take the original
Yeah,
Pac
I know.
out and
I
remix it.
figured. I figured you
I mean,
would.
I don't care. Like if it's like, we'll talk off camera, But
Yeah,
certain
yeah.
things,
Yeah, no, they definitely.
But we got both. You trying to get that link, Jay? I'm gonna send it to him.
Yeah,
and I'll go on with the show. If he wants to hop on, he can hop on. Yeah, so there's a lot of things in this case that people gloss over and they don't want to talk about.
And
right?
I don't understand it. It's gonna come up, like you said. It's definitely gonna come up. And then what? And then when it comes up, you just say what we said last trial, like nothing happened at the bar and everything was cool on the way to Fairview. I just don't see it being that way. That's just my opinion. There was definitely tension at the bar. We definitely saw Higgins throwing his hands up. We saw John O'Keefe do the heel toe. We saw all this shit. Like for everybody to say that it was cool, good environment. Maybe that's the everyday life. I don't know. Maybe they're used to that shit. I don't know. But there was some fuckery going on for sure.
And that's gonna come up in trial. Because they're gonna say in trial, people, right? They're gonna say in trial. You seen what happened with Alan Jackson. He's in court tomorrow. They're trying to get Rich Green is basically saying that the 2:27 a.m.
Hap.
happened, and that should be lights out right there. That should be lights out. Call it a night. Show's over. That's what it should be. But we'll see tomorrow. At Karen Reed, you're gonna be all right. But we know they're just not gonna pull the plug that fast. Regardless,
No.
she's gonna go back and rule on it. They're gonna put motions to dismissing. And you know what? It's very possible before April comes, they could pull the plug on this. And that's gonna be something that's a whole other level of what's gonna happen. Because now you got to ask yourself this question: if they did do something like that and they pulled the plug, the question is: are they going to pull it with prejudice or without prejudice, where they can't try her again? Without prejudice is they can't try her. With prejudice is that they can recharge it,
They can recharge her and redo this shit all over again.
redo it. So is that a possibility? Could that happen? I don't know, but I wouldn't doubt it at this point. Right before April come, a plug gets pulled. I don't know. You just never know. But does that mean she's off the hook? And then what happens after? Does John O'Keefe get justice? Do they go
Right.
after Big Bad Brian A? Do they go after Kevin from South Boston? Do
Are
they?
there deals being made right now that we don't know about? I mean, it's a possibility. That could be a possibility too. I mean, shit. But that's the thing. Will there be justice for Officer John O'Keefe at the end of the day? And
Now, with that being said, the reality of it is that's wishful thinking. Now, because that's what the backlash is. If we do dismiss it, even though we should by law dismiss it, now it's all eyes on Higgins. It's all eyes on Brian A. Now, who did it?
right.
Who did it? And even if you still want to believe that Karen did it, you would have to say, damn, but what a shitty ass investigation you guys did.
Right.
And then all of a sudden the Netflix starts coming into play, the Amazon Prime, the YouTube, everything starts getting different. Karen gets a YouTube channel. She's on a big podcast. She's on a radio show. She starts talking. Now, obviously, that's if it's without prejudice. Now, if it's with prejudice, she's going to have to still stay silent. But if it's without prejudice and she can do a 1-2 step, we're going to learn a lot more. And they know now would be all eyes on them who's going to get charged. And they would have to. They don't want another Charles Stewart thing on their hand, do they? Where Kevin from South Boston might pull over the car and take a little dive off the Tobin?
Right. Go for a little swim. Man. Yo.
Yo, man, that's crazy.
We don't play around. We don't play around. We don't play that. We don't play around. We don't play that. We don't play that. We don't play.
James says
Go for a little
you don't
swim.
want the Jeep Wrangler to pull over on the Tobin on the upper deck and do what, James?
And do a swan dive off the bridge. Shit. Or a pencil. Don't do a pencil either, Kevin.
Kevin from South Boston.
That TikTok is back. Yeah, that
It
TikTok
sure
is
is.
back.
You're in trouble. They'll be running across
the
3
press-
lanes
the
to
press-
save his ass.
Exactly. Man had to run
Holy
across
shit.
3 lanes. And that's the thing. They would have to put some type of intensity and urgency in the moment. The case gets dismissed without prejudice. Now it's all eyes on them. What
Yeah.
happens? And here's another thing. Just as I want to keep on topic of what we're going on tonight. But yesterday was John O'Keefe's 3-year anniversary. What did his friends, Jen McCabe, do? Why wouldn't she
Right.
get on a platform and talk about John? Why can't she get on a platform and just talk about John? You didn't have to
Well,
talk about the case. You could just talk about John.
Right.
None of you guys got, like I'm saying, Jen, you cool with John. Kerry, you cool with John. You guys
you
didn't think
picked
it was
his
cool.
kids up mad times. You've been to the house. You've dealt with it, exchanging children to go to games and shit like what have you. And you can't say like a memory about him. Just put it
I
in a
thought-
little reel.
When I talked to KP, right? I talked to KP. You remember that, right, James?
Yeah, she said they all had like gag orders or something that they couldn't talk or some shit. Wasn't it something like that?
Something like that, my brother. But I'm gonna play it.
Yeah, she's
Here's a little
it's
clip of me and KP talking when she called in the JFK fuckery donuts, James Jackson. He talking shit to him, texting his girl in the bar, letting him know.
There's been all this
He texted him, "Are
intense
you coming
scrutiny
here?"
and focus
If
on.
he,
Give you some information that nobody else has. This
all
is
right,
absolutely breaking. All right, let me tell you one thing.
all right.
Jen McCabe has been placed at the center of this, right? We can all.
Yeah, she's been placed in the center of this for
she
sure.
she placed herself at the center of shit.
So KP, you called in the JFK show about 3 months ago, and you wanted to debate. I didn't know who you was. I didn't know what KP meant. I found out later you got a little nickname. I didn't even know what TB meant at the time. I didn't even know what that meant. I thought TB meant Tom Brady.
Tuberculosis. We didn't know what she was talking about.
But you called in and we let you get on the mic and we let you get airtime. In hindsight, I realized later on as time progressed, hindsight's 2020, but hindsight's bullshit. Hindsight's bullshit at the end of the day. It is what it is. It happened. But
Right.
now that I know, I would never ever even I wouldn't even talk to you in real life because the conversation is going to be you. It's going to be you thinking that you're a excuse me, what's the word I'm looking for? You're an assassin, a mental assassin. You're so much smarter than everybody. That's the way you want to be. That's your gimmick. But that's a hell of a gimmick. That's a hell of a gimmick to keep. That's kind of like walking around saying, "Yo, I got money, because as much money as you have, there's always someone with more money, and as smart as you think you are, there's somebody smarter." So the fact that you want to act like you're a professor and you're really on probation and you actually got a violation
Shit.
is insane.
It's crazy.
But this is what she had to say about Brian Higgins. Go ahead, James. You have something to say?
No, I'm saying she wants to go at like brother counsel and debate with him and tell him, rolling her eyes at shit he's saying. It's like, man, this dude's been through college, the best colleges. It seems like he's a very intelligent person. I think you should just let him speak. Calm the fuck down.
And he's talking like we're talking. We've been saying it from the rip. We talk about. See, what happens is on a live stream, you could go off the rails, right? And what happens is sometimes you put on your Target shirts and you take inventory. And that's what it sounds like. You say something and you say, hey, well, what if this person was drunk? And what if this happened and that happened? And what if this? And sometimes you just stop putting all these things because this case there's so many moving pieces. This case will do it to you. But for the most part, JFK and James Jackson, we might have jumped off the rails, but we always caught out the turbulence and went over the bullshit and stayed 39,000 and had a smooth flight. Because we always talked the same talk that Brother Counsel did, the courtroom. What matters in the courtroom? Y'all got mad at us when we talked about the sound bites. A lot of you guys did, and you're probably in the chat right now, and that's okay. We understand. You didn't understand. But now you understand. We were saying, damn, they're going to use these sound bites against her, and they're gambling because now it's sound bites verse and then witnesses, and then her testimony is actually going to be a soundbite of her own words, and it gets dark in them courthouses. It gets intimate, and it's what happens. You ever hear that saying? I had a good day at court. I had a bad day at court. It's as simple as that. So it doesn't matter what you think you know or what I think I know. It's how they're gonna
portrayed in the courtroom,
and how they're going to slow it down in the playoffs and the rotation and how they're going to come at it to try to get a win on both sides. And that's always been our vision. And sometimes people took us wrong, and I get it, but now here we are. We're in crunch time. We're in the playoffs. Now everybody gets it. What are they going to use and what are they not going to use? Some of the things we say, we're just saying, hey, that could have happened, but does it matter? What matters in the Karen Reed case? Does it matter that her and Higgins was talking? Does it even matter that night, what if she talked to Higgins? Does that matter? Is that a possibility? Everybody would say, JFK, how could you say something like that? My thing is this: does it matter? Is that a possibility? Everybody talks about she never called 911. Well, she was talking to a damn ATF agent, right? Who had an office in he said, what did he say, James?
Yeah, an office at the Canton PD. And I mean, they talked, I think he said it 3 times to her. Like in the text message thread, when he was reading it out, he said, you got to keep saying it. Canton PD, I have an office. Yeah, at Canton PD, I have an office. I have an, he kept telling her. But yeah, so he had an office there. Who better to call than somebody you already got a thing? You feel comfortable texting. He got a nickname for you. You're gonna call your buddy friend that's a cop, right? So why not just call an ATF agent? Fuck, go right over
You're
the
looking
cop's
for
head.
answers, and on top of that, you're worried about if he threw you under the bus with your boyfriend.
Yes. You
So
want
the
to know
only
if that
person that you
happened.
could get the one up on, right, would be him, right? You could hit him up and say, listen, I thought you were cool. Don't do it. Don't, you know what I mean? Like, just try to understand. Now, is that a possibility? It is a possibility. But here's the question, y'all. I got my Target shirt on right now. I'm just talking bullshit in the back room smoking a square. I got a Lucky in the fucking cigarette pack. I got a pack of Newports and I put a Lucky on. I flipped the cigarette over. Do you guys still do that? The Lucky cigarette?
The lucky one. That's how long it's been.
I'm on a smoke break. I'm just kicking the shit. The question is, does that matter in trial?
Right.
Does that matter in trial?
And that's why you say
That
it. You
type of
say that.
that type of thinking that I'm saying doesn't matter in trial. We're gonna break it down. Be clear. Now keep in mind the name, the header on this live. You got 37 minutes in. If you're on the replay crew, we love you too. Now, the header on this live is at Karen Reed. You can't believe what you read. Capital READ. Karen Reed in text. Or can you? Can you, people? Was it just flirtatious? Was she cooler with Higgins? Does that matter in the court of law? Doesn't matter. It's kind of like, well, you know what? At the end of the day, if Karen and Higgins had everything to do with this, no matter what, if she backed into him and hit him, it was because of Karen and Higgins. If she backed up into him, disclaimer, if that's what it is, and she backed into him, it's because of Karen and Higgins. Because
If
at
they
the bar,
fought, if they murdered him and beat him up, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off,
go
but
ahead.
if they do that to him, it's because of Karen and Higgins.
So
So
it's Karen twice, and
right.
the Alberts one.
Yep.
So
That's
either way,
how they look
so
at it.
so that's how they look at it. So does it matter in the court of law as far as using that against her? She could have talked to him, no, but that's what they're thinking. That's what Hank's thinking. He's thinking she caused all this shit. And dare I say the family could be thinking on the same wavelength.
Yep.
But KP said something, because on this show, we got people who call us up and just want to give us information. They volunteer information. And this is what she said about Higgins, people. This is what she said about Kevin from South Boston.
I'll agree on that.
Yeah.
And now you're kind of looking at Higgins, right? Jen McCabe fucking hates Brian Higgins. I know this 110% as a fact.
110% as a fact.
She hates Brian Higgins. Okay.
I know that she doesn't want to be around him. She would groan whenever he was in social situations with.
She would groan.
Wow.
But here's the funniest thing. Do you ever see Plevlin or you ever see KP talking about Kevin from South Boston called in this show? Do you see any of them talking about that? They don't say a word about that.
No. They stay in their lane with us, I guess, because they don't really say much about us. And why would they? They can debate some things, but I think they know where we're at. We see it through the law, like what's going to happen in the courtroom. But
it doesn't matter
don't.
it doesn't matter in the courtroom that he called the show. But then again, the mindset. It's the mindset of the defense now that could just incorporate anything he said in one line as while they're interviewing him. Oh, so let me get this straight. You and Brian A is a decorated dude. Have you ever talked to anybody for 22 seconds and lied about your name? Like, whatever they could do, they can incorporate it and make them uncomfortable. So in some ways, they could use it. Now, they can't just deliberately say in the court, did you call up a YouTube show? But the fact is this: what it does is the perception of public perception. Like I said, KP in Cleveland, they're gonna no sell it. They're gonna say it doesn't matter, it doesn't make a difference. He didn't break no law. Okay, we get all that. Okay, professors, you guys are fucking professors. Congratulations. We get all that. But the fact is, why didn't Kevin from South Boston call any of you guys? Why ain't he sitting next to you guys telling you what happened? Why ain't he speaking up? Why ain't they on John O'Keefe's 3-year anniversary? I didn't see Jen McCabe. I didn't see Brian Albert's daughter, any of them just saying, hey, we just like to say it's been 3 years since this happened. And let me tell you what it's been doing to my family. None of them spoke up.
Nothing.
Nobody said anything. That's the perfect time. Everything's about timing and placement. Everything's about timing and placement. And that's the perfect time to take that time to say it's been 3 years, and this is the reason why we're saying something. We're saying something because of this, because, you know, we want to let everybody know. And that was the time where y'all could have had the floor, and it would have made perfect sense. It would have been a great landing spot. It would have been great. Like, listen, I'm Jen McCabe. It's all lies. I'm Brian A. It's all lies. R.I.P. John O'Keefe. But they still didn't even do that.
Never mind us, who aren't even, they're connected way more than we are to this, right? To say the least, that, you know, they're involved.
Say the least.
Their involvement. But you know, and I got some, let me just be clear about this. I got some pushback from people that I grew up with, right? Just because we go back 30 years does not mean I owe you an explanation of why I feel the way I do, right? I don't have to say to you why I do a memorial for Officer John O'Keefe. I'm a man now. I see how dirty they did this man, right? That's what drew me to it. Now, take away the badge, take away all that shit. What drew me to this case was how dirty they did John. So when I got that pushback, oh, he's a cop, who cares? And I understand, I have friends that have trauma from police, so they still feel like, fuck the police, fuck me. But who cares about that right now? It's like, this is a man that was done real dirty. And so, yeah, man, I just want to address that I'm going to say how I feel. That's just how I feel. So nobody's going to change that, you know, or dictate what I do with my life just because we go back, you know, some time. You feel me, Jay?
I do. Miss Kara, you're saying they didn't do him dirty? How so? Well, see, you know what happens is this, right? Regardless of the matter is, if you when you get involved in a case, you realize how long John been a police officer for. He was on his way out off the force, number one. For two, it was pandemic time that he got back with Karen. Never forget, people. Let's talk about that. It was pandemic time. People were wearing masks. People was afraid if they touched the door handle, they were gonna die.
Right.
So during that time, they're on Facebook. Hey, how you doing? How you feeling? And now, hey, come over to my house. They're playing feetsies. They're watching Netflix. Nothing's going on. Nothing's going on. Everything's is exactly, if you're in that situation with kids, watching movies and just family type shit, it's good. 2 years later, the world opened back up, and this is the mess we got into. So, but here's the thing: 2003, 2004, when they first met, they were young people. And then years later, they rekindled a friendship. And it's always that nostalgia. It's always that nostalgia that does something to you. And nostalgia, dare I say, fair to say, and I mean this with all due respect, nostalgia, James, you want to finish it?
Can get you killed.
It could get you killed.
That's what you're going to say, right?
Absolutely.
Nostalgia definitely can get you killed. And, you know, I just want to say, too, during when COVID hit, a lot of people turned to alcohol because there was nothing to do. And, you know, I watched that happen with my relationship and my girlfriend passing. So I can see that John O'Keefe and Karen looks like they like to just, you know, go have a few drinks. somewhere. If not at the house, it was going out. Um, and I believe that COVID had a big play in that because there was really nothing to do.
Exactly. Exactly, James. And the person who just left that comment, exactly to you too. Because when you really break down this case, this is not about the police versus the police. This is about friends at the end of the day doing you dirty. And
Hmm.
if you look at it from the outside in and you just see ATF agent, two Boston cops, and you're a street kid, you might not really give a fuck. You might say, "Hey man, who cares?"
Right.
But when you break it all down of how they're doing all this, this is what they've been doing to street kids for years. And this is what so-called friends from the street or from tough neighborhoods, whatever how you want to word it, this is how people been doing their friends. Maybe not to the extent of murder, but a lot of murders. Don't get it twisted. People get murdered every day, every second. But friends do friends dirty. And this is just the same case. And this opens up dialogue. Karen Reed, John O'Keefe opens up dialogue to have a conversation about loyalty, trust, respect, nostalgia. It goes on and on. We learned from this. The question is, you implement it. Because tomorrow, if someone hits you up on Facebook because they seen you in the chat and say, hey, remember back in 99? Remember back in '05, we went out and we hung out? You want to hang out again? And then you go out and hang out with that person. But you didn't know that person was on a suicide mission. Get yourself in trouble.
Mm.
So now you learned something today. So implement it. There's no need to rekindle flames. No need to go backwards. Go forward. And I
Right.
think that when you break down this Karen Reed case, that's where she was at. She went backwards. He went backwards. But then she started realizing, where am I at? And you do that from time to time. Life is wavy. It's up, it's down.
Yeah.
But God gives you the know-how to balance it out. And that's what was going on with her. She didn't know what was going on, right? When she's talking to Higgins, she doesn't even know if she's cheating at that point. And it's true, though.
Right.
It's like,
Right.
I know I'm doing him wrong. I know I'm doing him dirty, talking behind his back. But then again, I ain't married to the dude.
Right. You're always trying to find a better situation.
Exactly. And so as she's trying to figure it out, and that's what happens. And now here she is now. And that's the reason why you get this Karen that people say, well, she's not really talking about John enough. And she's really not doing that. She was already thinking like that. Like, what is the situation that I'm in? I'm mothering these kids, but I'm not a mother.
Right.
You know what I mean?
She already felt like that way before it seemed like.
Yeah. She's on some self-empowerment shit. And then when you add getting set up by the police and you add all this, it amplifies it even more. And people want to say, oh, she's acting like this because she's a murderer. No, she's acting like this because of the situation she was in. Can you picture if you was in that situation, KP? And let me ask you this, KP. You're a professor, right? You're a law student. You're like, what are you, man? You're the president, right? Like I
She's a
mean, you're
law
the smartest.
student at Bunker Hill. Come on, man.
What's that?
She's a law student at Bunker Hill? She's going for her. She's gonna be a lawyer. KP the professor.
Well, that's great. And now she's implemented something that she wants. I'm not mad at it. Go for it. But the fact is, right, that if you was in that situation, you got with a man, you taking care of the kids, the pandemic hits, all these feelings are going on, the world's messed up, you're getting brought to a place of love kind of forced on you. You're
Right.
around people you shouldn't, like, you know what I mean? Like when that pandemic hit, it was a weird time. Everybody was just doing everything to kind of like act like it wasn't happening because nobody knew what to do. Everybody felt helpless. So it was perfect timing. And then as things started opening up and life started going on, it's like, what am I doing? You get to that stage, like, what is going on?
The
And could
doors
John
opened
answer that?
up.
The
Yeah.
doors opened up. So it's like, could John answer that question for her? Like, was he going to put a ring on it? Was he going to marry her? And you
Right.
got to understand, she's in a professional setting. So the people
Hmm.
that she's around are like, oh, so you've been with him for how long? 2 years? He didn't ask you to marry him yet?
Right. That starts
So she's
kicking
getting
in.
pushed and pulled, man.
Yeah. That's a great way to look at it.
You know,
And
so
you got to
KP, like
remember
if you,
too,
go ahead. I'm sorry. Go
when
ahead.
she got back with John, she might not have she was expecting to get back, like you said, they rekindled their nostalgia relationship, but she probably didn't think it was going to be like it was, like, or how it was like 3 years ago is what I'm trying to say. She thought it was going to be like the relationship they first had when there was no kids involved and they were having fun and
Well, she got
she,
no kids,
yeah.
but she
She
got
said
health
she didn't
issues.
want kids, right?
Well, she got
She
health
made
issues, so we don't know. We
right,
don't know if she can have kids, and I mean that
right.
with all due respect. Disclaimer.
Yeah, disclaimer. We
Disclaimer.
don't know. We don't know
We
if
don't know. We don't know if she can have kids or not. We're not saying that. I'm saying like I don't think she would just put that out there. That's what I'm saying. If she couldn't, so we don't know. We don't know if she wanted kids. But the fact is this: she's that's traumatizing, man. You're around these kids, they love you or whatever. Then you go to work and people are asking you questions. How long you been with him? He's a cop. He's not marrying you. You're with the kids, this and that. He's not. Come on, Karen, you could do better, man. You got this, you got that. You don't need to be. You know what I mean? Come on, like, and Karen, he hit you up on Facebook for real during the pandemic. Come on, like, you know, you might just want to go take some time to yourself, and then this happens. So she might have some resentment against John. As much as we could say that Karen somewhat stirred this shit up too, she might have some resentment like, damn, this whole shit is because the business wasn't right. The business
right.
wasn't right. And she's a business person, so she's always thinking like the mind of a business. You know what I mean? Like the paperwork ain't right. When tax season comes, how many people are doing their taxes? When you're doing your
Who
taxes and
knew?
you're looking at your I got W what is it? I got the
W-2
what
forms.
no, I don't got W2s. I got the
Oh,
99, right? Yeah, that's what they call the 99s, right? Whatever they called last time. Yeah, the 99, whatever it is, right? The W9s, right? My bad. So when that comes in, you got to take all that, go to TurboTax or go to a place, and they got to take all your funds, and you got to tell them everything you made, and you got to say, well, I'm paying this much money for this money for that, and then and then you might owe taxes. But you're seeing how much money you made in a year. Now I got my own
yeah.
business. I own my own record. I make money off music and off creating, off being a creator, right? Just never mind YouTube, like whatever. This is, no disrespect. This is not my living. You know what I'm saying? But my point is that when it comes in and I'm looking at the yearly money, I'm like, yo, damn, I only made this much or I made that much. I got to have a better year. So it's like if she's looking at it like that on the mind of like a banker, like everything's need to be better and it's not getting better,
Right.
then she might have to step her game up. That's all I'm saying. That's her mindset. And KP doesn't understand that because she's not from that. She wants to be that, but she's not. You could do this all day and talk like it and even learn from this, but do you implement it? Do you get up every day and go to the gym, KP? Do you get up every day? Do you study? Do you get up every day and do the right thing? Or do you got a lot of wrong things in your life? And something like this could come back and bite you in the ass. One of these people from the past might knock on your door and you might let them in because that's not the right thing to do, right? But then you do it. And that's not what Karen wanted to do. She wanted to be up. She wanted to level up. You feel me?
Yes. Someone said I'm trying to kill a Rockzilla. Some
Oh, a
resentment.
1099. A 1099. My bad. I drew it back. Yeah, it's 1099. It's my bad. The 1099s, man, they kill me every year. Them
The
motherfuckers. Because what they do is
1099. Yeah.
they take the 1099, whatever you make. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you make, they report it to the feds, and they report it, and then you got to go in there and you got to write everything, and everything's got to be right what they say you made. You can't under report. You got to tell them exactly. Oh well, wait, you made this much over here because this guy over here, BMI for instance, like publishing, they pay you 1099. TuneCore, DistroKid, but I make money on music. It's 1099s. YouTube's a 1099. Facebook's a 1099. Bandcamp, like whatever. A guy, Venmo, Cash App. If you're making money through that, they hit you with a 1099. And if it's over a certain amount of money, they hit you with the 1099, and you can't. And they know how much you made. And if you don't report it, it's underreporting, and then you owe. So my point I'm trying to make the
Josie.
parallel. the parallel I'm trying to make is you got to have your business right. And that's the type of time Karen's on. She likes to have her business right. I mean, you could just look at her and see. And John, you know, he wasn't trying to commit to what she wanted. You know what I mean? And I don't know if she wanted that, but I'm pretty sure when she's in the office, she's at this bank place. And like I said, this is me with the red Target shirt on. Does this matter in the court? Nah, this shit don't matter. I got my red Target shirt on. I'm taking fucking inventory. What do you need? You need diapers? They're over there in the aisle. What do you need? You need some lotion? They're over there.
Yo,
I got my Target shirt on. But what I'm saying is, that's what I see. Anyway, if that makes any sense. I'm done ranting on. But go ahead.
no, I seen Josie just came in with a purple chip talking about Boston's finest. First of all, thank you, Josie. Far too kind, always. Boston's finest, Pat Rogers, was John's best friend. Died before season 2 started. Guess who became the star of season 2? Brian A. Keep your enemies close and your friends even closer. I don't believe in coincidences. Love is not selfish. Yeah, we talked about that one time early on. His friend, man. And that's the whole shit. Like, was John there? Did he meet Brian A there on the set of that, you know? His best friend was on the show. I'm sure he met the other cops that worked on the show.
Yeah.
And Donnie. Probably met Donnie, too.
Mm-hmm. Well, to segue back into that, like I said, KP wants to act like she knows what what it's like to be in business and what it's like to get into in a relationship. No matter how you look at it, it's business. If you get with somebody, it's business. You got to be faithful. You got to be trust. You know, you're trusting people with your life, man.
It's
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're investing. It's an investment, basically.
Your
Like,
time. You can't get that time back.
Your time, your emotions, your everything, man. It's like, you know, no, you can't get that time back. It's like doing dead time.
This is what KP had to say about Jet.
Which is not that often. Jen McCabe does not like Brian Higgins. If the crux of your theory revolves around Brian Higgins, there is a 0.0% chance that Jen McCabe would ever cover for that guy. She does not like him. We're invested in the truth of this case.
I am
if you
invested
were really
in the truth.
open-minded,
You got to tell me what happened with
make
Higgins. Higgins. Why is Higgins on the stand? On the stand, he said, "I didn't say goodbye to anyone." Why wouldn't they get on a platform and speak to their innocence? Why is that?
I can tell you why, number one, because they didn't want to, and I know this for a fact again because I talked to these people, they did not want to compromise the integrity of the criminal case one way or the other. And number two, and I think this is a pretty well-established fact because people have been running their mouths about it, they are under contract with a film company, right? They cannot speak.
That is the reason why they're not.
Shit.
They're in
Clown. You are a clown. A clown. You are a clown. A clown.
But they can call in and
speaking for their truth.
Know.
I'm just saying, if that's the reason, that's a bad reason.
Do what I'm doing, which is like bullshit, little shit, or you could do what we did in the long term. Is like when this story comes out.
But they wasn't 2020. Why didn't they get on the 2020? Why didn't they get on the Vanity Fair? Because if they get on and speak their truth, right? If they can say something
under contract.
All right,
there is
all right.
an
That's your take, and that's a fact. That's a fact. You're telling me that's a fact.
It's an absolute fact. I am under the same contract with different constraints about what I can and can't talk about, but like we have already filmed.
Okay.
So like there is a contract in place here. They are constrained about who they can talk to and what and how long they can do it. Paul has done a little bit as much as he can.
Why did Jen McCabe erase all John O'Keefe's text messages? If that was her friend,
she didn't ever alleged that she erased all her text messages with John. Clearly, they have her text messages with John as they were brought up in court.
On John's phone. On John's phone, not on her phone.
That is not what was testified to at all. That is not what was testified to at all. That was never brought up. She did not delete all of her messages.
I think you're wrong on that. I think on hers it said deleted, and then on John's it said not deleted.
You are a clown. A clown.
She says she's under contract too.
You are a
What? KP's
This-
gonna be a star.
This is what I'm saying. Like that's what so that's what she said, right? She said they're under contract, and that's the reason why they're not speaking. Like seriously,
wild.
that's the reason why you're not speaking for your innocence, because of money. But yet you claim everybody's a grifter. But yet they're not grifting. They won't speak
Right.
to their
They
innocence.
don't.
They won't. Like, come on, man. I mean, if that come on, it just doesn't make sense. She doesn't like Higgins. Like it's just wild to think.
But
They're just
KP,
wild.
what are you the one that communicated between them all? Because she says she talks to every single one of them. You know, so Gemma K doesn't like Higgins, but KP talks to Higgins and I don't believe that she might, yeah, she hangs out with Gemma K. We found that out from one of the calls in too. This shit with the pool party and Phelpsy's brother.
And then you got this guy, right? Who talks about all the time. He talks about grifting.
Oh,
Michael Proctor is probably the most vetted cop in the country.
who, John
I'm
O'Keefe?
serious. That's not an exaggeration. He is probably right now the most vetted cop in the country.
So be clear, this guy right here, the guy, he's saying that Officer Proctor is one of the best vets and one of the best police officers in the country, if not the best of all time. And that's John O'Keefe right there. So this guy claims he's Officer John O'Keefe. But the crazy part about this guy talking about he's doing it for John O'Keefe and logic and trust, as he's saying this, there's a super chat right in front of him with $30. As he's saying that,
We all gotta live, all gotta die, all gotta give,
Fleblin!
all gotta thrive. You should love yourself first, adapt to survive. Life could be worse, are you satisfied? Someone say to stop, I just pray you flop. I'm gonna make it hot and hit the top spot. Started from the ground, call it groundwork. You were not around, so first game on my back and feed the pups. Put you on paper, have you in cups. And dirty, will have you back in the cut. New man status, like what the static on the beat, Barber on the chorus. Trying to double up like that kid Marcus Morris. The game filled with glamour and all the fortune. She got 2 kids, what about the abortion? Facebook timeline, homie, you goofy. The Fetty killing everyone, the world is spooky. Deadbeats, wanna be left alone, life of chaos. Mixed with methadone, the game grimy. Like shit in the stall, ICE agents. Watch you slip and fall, was a good kid. Got shot in the temple, balls on Adderall, and she went straight mental. In the LX 450 with the lift kit. 1997, like we listen to Big. Going viral. Was his claim to fame? Never knew the streets, never knew the game. BBS gold plated, you so on the sport. Shut the f up and pay your child support. Feel my fury like Tyson, you ain't that wild. A one-trick pony with a weak-ass style.
Come on, yo!
We all gotta live, all gotta die, all gotta give, all gotta thrive. You should love yourself first, adapt to survive. Life could be worse, are you satisfied? Someone say to stop, I just pray you flop. I'm gonna make it hot and hit the top spot. Started from the ground, call it groundwork. You were not around, so come around me.
Woo! So this guy right here, you want to talk about grifting. You're saying things like this, man. This is lies.
If you want to hire a police officer, you really should hire Michael Proctor
Oh,
because he's got to be the cleanest cop in the history of
Are you troubled at all, Kevin?
Bro,
police officer. You really should hire Michael Proctor, a vetted cop in the country.
God damn.
I'm serious. That's not an exaggeration. He is probably right now the most vetted cop in the country. If you want to hire a police officer, you really should hire Michael Proctor because he's got to be the cleanest cop in the history of
Are you
cop
and the craziest
in
part,
the country.
Craziest part about it, this guy talks about grifting. Bro, you got a $30 money order, a $30 super chat right in front of you for talking that shit. You're talking that type of shit to try to kill the jury pool, whatever you're trying to do. You're on court TV. You got a responsibility for the truth. That's not the truth. You're on court TV. Hey, yo, Vinny, get this clown off court TV.
Get him the fuck out of there. I mean, this is what you got to, people are going to take him for, that's his word? Oh, yeah, Proctor's the best cop around? 16 hours into the case, he's telling everybody about that shit. Talking shit about Karen, telling her she should kill herself. Come on, man. Nobody's going to hire that dude.
That's a lie, bro.
That's what grifting is. Lying.
What is it, James?
It's lying, giving out false information.
And making money on it.
And making money off of it.
What's
Making
that
money
right
off
there?
of your lies. That
And
looks
you
like
know-
$30.
And here's the thing, right? He knows, right? He knows, and he really knows this. Cleveland.
You are a clown. A clown.
Oh,
If you didn't know,
You are a
Cleveland.
clown. A clown.
And the girl Kerry you always talk about, she had baby blankets for Officer John O'Keefe, and you're talking about Proctor.
Because I was having Jen get the baby blankets to wrap.
So here's the deal, my dude. You know by saying some shit like this, this is what we're trying to say, this social media shit. You know by saying some shit like this, they're going to clip it, put it all over Twitter, and everybody's going to talk about it. And then you know the next live you do, you're going to have a bigger audience, so your bigger audience can hear what you got to say. And then you're going to talk more shit. Fuck JFK, fuck Turtle Boy, the mob, the mindless mob. And you're going to go on, and you're going to spread lies. And then you're going to grift some more. Because you know the people who love that drama, the weirdos. Because the people you're talking to is no different than PCs, my dude. Half these dudes are probably straight level 3 sex offenders.
Yeah.
And you know, birds of a feather
Flock
together. So these are the weirdos that you're catering to, and you know this. So you know your audience. I'll give you that, my dude. You know your fucking audience. But yet you want to say we're grifters, but you're getting $30 money orders right when you say some shit like this, shitting on Officer John O'Keefe. That's straight shitting on John O'Keefe, whether you hate Karen Reed, whether you think she's guilty, or whether you don't think she's guilty. Mike Proctor fucked up this whole case.
You want to be mad at somebody? Be mad at him.
I'm serious. That's not an exaggeration. He is probably right now the most vetted cop in the country. If you want to hire a police officer, you really should hire Michael Proctor.
Wow.
You want to talk about grifting? I mean, if you want to know who James Jackson is, I'll let you know who he is.
We're working too, yeah. I mean, my man had to run across 3 lanes. We're working too, yeah. I mean, my man had to run across 3 lanes. We're
working over here too.
We're working too, man. We're not spreading that false information, false hope. Cleveland.
What's up, chat? How we feeling? Put your ones up, chat. You're free to walk around the cabin.
Stretch your legs. Free to throw shit at Cleveland.
Woo! Once again, I go by the name of J.F.K.
I go by the name of James Jackson.
So happy y'all are flying with us tonight. We love every one of y'all. And that's coming from the heart. Yeah. R.I.P. Officer John O'Keefe. We wouldn't say some shit like that, John. For the money. Fuck no.
No.
Just to get money, we're gonna shit on your name? Mike Proctor is the best cop? Nah. Mike Proctor, assistant, man. He's like a point guard. He ran the play, but he ran it wrong. ship's coming in, James.
Oh no.
We got some turbulence.
No
Hold on a minute.
turbulence.
We got some turbulence, James. Put down the flaps. Put down the flaps, James. Holy shit.
What the
Put
duck?
down the flaps. Hold on. Woo! Message from the flight deck. It's your Captain J.F.K.
Everything's
Ready for
gonna
some
be
turbulence.
alright.
Need you to put your seatbelts on and just calm the fuck down. We're gonna be alright.
Everything's gonna be alright.
Hold on a minute.
What happened?
Loveland. He said that
I'm serious. That's not an exaggeration. He is probably right now the most vetted cop in the country. If you want to hire a police officer, you really should hire Michael Proctor.
With John O'Keefe's face on the screen. That's some disrespectful shit, Plevlin.
What the duck, we love you too. And I think we got something for What the Duck. What the Duck with a 50 banger.
That's weird. It just got low.
What the Duck, man. We love you too, What the Duck. And we'll drop this on you, What the Duck.
Long ago, there was a calm before the storm. I know it's been coming for some time. When it's over, so they say, it'll rain a sunny day. I know, shining down like water. I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? Coming down a sunny day. I know, been that way for all my time. Till forever on it goes, through the circle fast and slow. I know.
Hold on a minute, we got
it can't
turbulence.
stop, I wonder.
We're getting turbulence again, James.
I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain?
Message from the flight deck. Message from the flight deck. Message from the flight deck. It's your Captain J.F.K. What the Duck hit us with a 50 banger. We appreciate you, What the Duck. I want to know, have you ever seen the rain? Josie Lou, Judge Bev, in the Commonwealth are at a crossroads, cornered. Tomorrow ought to be epic history in the making. It's just a matter of time. John 1:29 says it all. Absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what? I got something for that too. Ladies, check it out. It's for you, Josie. Tell me if you want to stay. Yes. Everybody listen to the lyrics in this. All my ladies, where you at? JFK, y'all. Wade Baba, let's go.
I can't take their advice. You live in mad tripe. The whole world jaded now. Everybody got a bad life. Sad life, it's like they all self-diagnosed. Just open your mind and give up the ghosts. I mean, I try to get close and I want you to stay, but you're doing Xanax and you're drinking every day. And if you play, you pay. You know how it goes. She a stripper now, star of the show. Take it slow, yo, you going through it. You wanna take your life, girl, but please don't do it. You got a little daughter, watching every move. Her dad's a deadbeat, she can't lose you too. Tell me who's who, put your heart into a meme. Filters on your face and you're chasing a dream. And ain't what it seems, can't erase the pain. I know you ready to go, but baby girl, you need to stay with me.
Girl, do you wanna stay tonight? Hold your head high, it's gonna be alright. Close your eyes and make the pain go away. I
everyday girl. I know it's a struggle. The ones that hurt you, probably the ones that love you. Gotta remain humble, no space, no time. Get your things together, out of sight, out of mind. On the grind all the time, yeah, that's what you was taught. Only reason why you sorry, cause you got caught up in the hype and caught up in the lies. You lost it all, now you realize, just real out here. The streets got stories. Father was a criminal, the 20 mandatory. Wrapped up his bit, now he a man of glory. You was just a kid watching Jerry and Maury. We trade war stories, it is what it is. You gotta break the cycle and think about your kids. Can't erase the pain, you gotta maintain. I know you wanna go, but baby girl, you need to stay with me.
Girl, do you wanna stay tonight? Hold your head out, it's gonna be alright. Close your eyes and make the pain go away. I promise everything is gonna be okay. Girl, do you wanna stay tonight? Hold your head out, it's gonna be alright. Close your eyes and make the pain go away. I promise everything is gonna be okay.
Ladies, thank you for the donations.
Thank
We
you.
rocking out. We rocking out. Josie, what the duck? Everybody who donated, I threw it up on the screen. I really appreciate it with the super chats. J.F.K, I have some Sergeant Tom Keeler stories, the cop across from 34th Fairview. Really? Okay. Good song. Thank you, guys. But the problem is, this guy said some shit like that.
Wow.
Mike Proctor, that's grifting. That's what grifting is. You're telling lies. Karen Reed is innocent. She never got found guilty. He called her. Should we say what Mike Proctor? So you talk shit, Plevlin, about what Turtle Boy does, right? And how vile Turtle Boy is, allegedly. Disclaimer,
Right.
allegedly. But yet, Mike Proctor is a professional Massachusetts state cop that's supposed to look at someone with $1 million smile and someone with no teeth the same exact way. That's what he was hired for, to protect and serve. In 16 hours, he's saying Karen Reed. He's saying balloon knots. He's saying she's got a fucked up accent.
Yeah, she should kill herself. All sorts of crazy shit.
And you say this? And you say this, Proctor?
It's not an exaggeration. He is probably right now the most vetted cop in the country.
And the fun fact is, you got a $30 super chat right in front of you. You should have took that down before you said that bullshit, Proctor. I mean, oh, my bad. Plug disclaimer.
Disclaimer.
And then he went on to say,
enough.
but then he went on to say, right? And then, I seen something with Nick, right? Check this out. Then he went on to say that outside the police station at 134, when our boy Kevin from South Boston, you're in a world of shit, Kev. Just to let you know, if you want to call in and talk and just say you're Higgins, fuck it, call in. We'll go viral. Fuck it, we'll go viral, bro. You want to make a YouTube channel? I'll hook you up. Come on.
Right.
Here's the deal, Kevin from South Boston. Your boy Plevin got your back so much, he went on Court TV and said some bullshit like this.
If you want to hire a police officer, you really should hire Michael Proctor, because he's got to be the cleanest cop in the history of.
Are you troubled at all, Kevin, that it didn't come up in his testimony? That, oh yeah, I went back, I moved the cars, I did this, I did that, then I called so and so.
Wait a minute.
Is that Nick wearing Celtics brim? Is that our boy?
I thought that was against the rules in the Karen Reed movement. You couldn't wear flat brims.
Right. Oh,
Nick
shit.
Rocco, man, we got you out of your shell. You wearing the flat brim for the boys?
Nice. One time
yeah,
for the boys.
Nick Rocco with the flat brim on fucking Court TV. Attaboy!
Yes.
Nick Rocco showing the real side. My man Nick with the flat brim. You didn't bend
That's
it all
what's
up
up.
looking crazy.
Right.
Man, come on.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's wild, man.
Keep that brim nice, bro. Keep that brim nice, man. These hats are expensive, man. Especially
Hell
when
yeah,
you got
they
the winning,
are.
especially when you got the winning team on it.
Right.
Nick knows what's up. So let's listen what he had to say.
So, like that didn't seem to come out.
Why would it? I mean, if he's calling in a pizza before he goes home, or he's calling to check his voicemails, why?
You're not. I mean, first of all, you're not getting a pizza at 134 in a blizzard.
He's calling in a pizza before he goes home, or he's calling to check his voicemails. Why?
You're not. I mean, first of all, you're not getting a pizza at 134 in a blizzard, are you?
I used to. Back in my drinking days.
Okay. I just don't know who would be open at that point to get a pizza at 134.
Vetted cop in the country. I'm serious. That's not an exaggeration. He is probably, right now, the most vetted cop in the country.
Clown.
If you want to hire a police officer, you really should hire Michael Proctor.
Clown.
Because he's got to be the cleanest cop in the history of...
Are you troubled at all, Kevin, that it didn't come up in his testimony? That, oh, yeah, I went back, I moved the cars, I did this, I did that, then I called so-and-so. Like, that didn't seem to come out.
Why would it? I mean, if he's calling in a pizza before he goes home, or he's calling to check his voicemails, why?
You're not. I mean, first of all, you're not getting a pizza at 134 in a blizzard, are you?
I used to. Back in my drinking days.
Okay. I just don't know who would be open at that point to get a pizza at 134. So
we know D&E wasn't.
Right.
Clown.
Jeez.
You are a clown.
Look at him trying to crack a joke. We know D&E wasn't.
You are a clown. Clown. You are a clown. Clown.
Look at him right there.
On G. Now if it's on
This
motherfucker,
guy.
then it's on G.
Tell your motherfuckers who you fucking with.
Well, if it's on motherfucker, then it's on.
Tell your motherfuckers who you fucking
It's on G.
$1,000 in my pocket, I feel like it's wrong to give that person a quarter or $1. It's wrong. Only you know what you got in your pocket. And that's wrong. No matter what they do, if they take it and drink it, they take it and drink it. But, I mean, you got. You understand? And we all know how hard it is, and it's not about if you good or you bad. So since it's not about if you good or you bad, we know that because he don't got don't mean he was bad. Or don't mean he's a criminal, or don't mean he's crazy, or a drug addict, or none of that. It just means he don't got. And $1,000 in my pocket, I feel like it's wrong to give that person a quarter or $1. It's wrong.
You're rocking with the best. Break.
Would you believe this shit, James? This guy get on court TV and say some shit like that, then say, well, what does it matter who he was talking to? Well, see, Plevin, it's back to what we said at the beginning of the lie, so please don't clip this. It's what matters in court. It does matter.
Yeah, it does matter.
He testified that he wasn't talking to anybody and that he went home at a certain time, and this is not the same story that he's talking about.
Right.
So it does matter. So that pizza that he allegedly was buying, Plev, that's a lie, and you're grifting again. See, everything they're talking about Mike Proctor.
Shit. Another one. Caught your ass again, man.
Grifting, trying to get an audience. And
man.
you know, like, think about it. You're saying it doesn't matter. You can't even say it does matter. You're protecting them at this point. You're supposed to be, you're on court TV to be on a neutral side. That's your take. You're on the Commonwealth side. So why are you protecting a guy who's lying? The Commonwealth is about the truth. And you're telling a DA a fucking lie. So you told a DA, Vinny, a lie, and you thought it was funny. And he's looking at you like, man, if you ever came in my courtroom, I would smoke your ass.
Right.
5, 4, 3.
I would make you cop out.
1, 0.
This one's explosive.
Let's go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
This one's explosive.
Let's go.
Don't believe the hype. Yeah. Don't believe the hype. Yeah. Don't believe the hype.
A prosecutor ethically.
You're talking to Vinny, buddy. Vinny. the guy Vinny is a DA about the truth, and you're telling him a lie, and you're on the Commonwealth side. You're going with the Commonwealth is theory. Don't you say that all the time? And you're talking to Vinny. You straight lie to Vinny. This guy right here, Vinny.
If they're acting ethically,
listen,
should only be arguing about the truth. Should not be trying to brush over some things and try to
take something and turn it and twist it to
win the case. His approach to all of this is like a defense attorney. I'm going to win this case, and I'm going to win it by keeping evidence from getting in front of the jury. But just think about the mentality. A prosecutor who doesn't want the jury to see or hear things.
Why do we have prosecutors trying to keep evidence from being heard by the jury?
What are you doing?
What are you doing? What are you doing, Plebland? You're on national TV trying to get a pop, trying to make a DA understand your logic of protecting a crooked-ass cop. Whether you, two crooked cops, you protected Proctor and you protected Kevin from South Boston.
Right. Talking about you ordering a pizza at 1:30 in the morning out in Canton. It's not like he's in the city where, and even in the city, I don't think there would be, well, maybe, but no, you are not getting a pizza around here at 1:30 in a snowstorm too. On top of it,
basically what he was saying it doesn't matter what he was doing on his phone. Like, it don't matter. Karen Reed did it. It doesn't make a difference. She did it. No. It does matter. It's the court of law. Ain't you about the court of law? If you're lying in the court of law, right, then there's reasonable doubt for Karen. And if you are on the Commonwealth side, then if there's too much reasonable doubt and the case can't be tried, for the interest of justice, you got to cut her loose. Isn't that what the fuck you represent, Plebland? The court of law? You're on the side of the Commonwealth? Are you losing track of that? Right. The fuck is wrong with you?
You should be more upset with Proctor for his sloppy ass police work.
Exactly, and you're shitting on John O'Keefe. Because in the end, you want justice for John. It doesn't matter what side you want to get it on. We don't think there's any justice, obviously, if she gets found convicted, but you do. But she's not going to get found convicted. And at the end of the day, if you believe she did it, it's them guys who fucked up this case. So instead of saying, oh, you got a slice of pizza and protecting them, you should be saying, man, maybe the guy should have did his job, or maybe the guy should tell the truth. That don't sound right. I don't know. I can't comment right now. No comment. Instead, you're defending them. What do you think? Right. They're going to do something good for you? They never went on your show. Kevin from South Boston never called you, Plebland.
I don't think he would ever.
You never got this phone. You never got this phone call, did you?
Hey, man, what's up, guys? Kevin from South Boston.
What's up? Matter of fact, this is what he said about us, Plebland. I know this is going to break your heart because you love Higgins. You went on national TV and said that he was ordering a pizza.
Listen, I appreciate the things that you two do, you and James, right?
That's a boy, man.
Loves us, Plebland.
Plebland, you know something, buddy? You know what we think about you? You're a grifter.
You wrong.
I don't even have to look out my window no more and worry he loves us so much.
And you know what else, Plebland?
You wrong. You wrong. You wrong. You wrong. You wrong.
Why didn't any of them call your show? Why didn't they set you up to have a meeting? All that money you making, Plebland? Yeah, you could rent out a hall, get some chairs, get
He's
a
on Court
decorator.
TV. Yeah, why wouldn't he call you and say, "Hey, deliver this message to Vinny for me"? You know, just like the message you tried to deliver for Proctor. Talking about, I mean, obviously he's in the market for a new job. So you're trying to help him with that. I see what you're doing, Play. Yeah, you pimping Proctor out.
You stuck up for two crooked ass police officers within a week's period, in 1 week period, on TV, and went on your platform with a super chat right underneath it. You said some shit like, man, Plevin. You should be ashamed of yourself, man. This is not going to age well, Plevin.
No.
In the history of.
Are you troubled at all, Kevin, that it didn't come up in his testimony? That, oh, yeah, I went back, I moved the cars, I did this, I did that, then I called so-and-so. Like, that didn't seem to come out.
Why would it? I mean, if he's calling in a pizza before he goes home, or he's a vetted cop in the country. If you want to hire a police officer, you really should hire Michael Proctor. Because he's got to be the cleanest cop in the history of.
In the history of police.
He didn't even just say the state police in the history.
Yo.
I mean, he said hands down, and I'm not even exaggerating. I'm just grifting. I'm not exaggerating. I'm grifting.
Because he knows, man, he wants to pop. He's running out of content. What's he gonna do? He's trying to sell. He's trying to be the villain, and then he's talking with both sides of his mouth. I'm on the side. Well, if people use their logic and just go with the Commonwealth side, then people would see what it is. Well, we are going with the Commonwealth side. You got shady ass police that don't even. My opinion, Karen Reed is not guilty. James's opinion, we got Karen Reed's back. But in the end of the day, back into the courtroom, it don't even make a difference what you think or what you don't think. At the end of the day, there's mad reasonable doubt, and she's walking. If you're on the side and want Karen to be guilty, Plevlin, your Commonwealth, the one you love, that you represent so much, the same people who will arrest you in a fucking blink, take your life in a second. You on national TV sticking up for guys who lied, federal officers who lied on the stand about guys who they were with the night before. You're acting like he was with John a couple hours before that. And then why is he leaving? What, you don't find that suspicious, bro? That's not reasonable doubt. He goes back to the police station, allegedly moved cars at a time that he lied about. And then he didn't move the cars at that time, and he's outside the police station yapping to somebody. And then at 2 a.m., he's doing butt dials. And then by 5 a.m., by 6 a.m., a cop's found on a lawn that he was with. Oh, and by the way, he's the last person who texted him. Are you coming here? And you're sticking up for that guy? And you're sticking up for that guy? Come on, dog.
Like you said, man, it's like, you know, they're running out of content, and that's his way of, you know, trying to defend the side of, he thinks he's doing the right thing by sticking up. That's what's crazy, that he actually, I hope he doesn't believe that shit, but, you know, apparently he does.
Because he thinks in his mind that it doesn't make a difference. Karen Reed did it. See, that's the thing. It's even like we're talking about the courtroom. We're fair. We're going to tell you exactly what can get Karen convicted and what can't get her convicted. It don't matter if we think she's not guilty. It doesn't make a difference if we think she should go home. If there's something that's got her to be convicted, like a smoking gun, we're going to be real with you. But as of right now, a lot of things are on our side. Right. And now they're going to have to, now the corruption's even going to have to get deeper to level it out. And that's what Hank Brennan's trying to do. Lisa Davey, can we all set the Aquarius new moon, intention for the truth itself? What's done in the darkness is coming to light. Well, indeed. Thank you, Lisa Davey.
Yes.
J.F.K. threw his phone into a dumpster after he was asked his ATF pal to help erase it. Indeed. It's insane. And this is the shit. Now, we all know that that's going to help us, right? Green's going to help us, right? All these things are going to help us. But the problem is that morning of January 29th of 2022 at 6 a.m. And let me explain. This is what's going to hurt Karen. This is what potentially could hurt Karen if it get broken down to the jury in the right way. This is the stuff that you got to get under control ASAP. Check it out.
And there was one individual that replied several times, I hit him.
So she said, I hit him. She repeated it. You what?
She asked if somebody could be alive in the snow without a jacket for many hours.
Times?
Yes.
Raising her voice at times? Yes. Crying at times? I didn't see any actual tears, but that type of emotional. I was personally given was just I hit him. Oh my God, I hit him. This is all my fault. This is my fault. I did this.
This is all my fault. This is all my fault. I did this. You're a cop and you don't arrest her. Now that's going to hurt her, right? Because you got all them people saying the same thing, but this is a fucking cop.
Right. Why didn't you arrest her if she's telling you, this is my fault, I did this. Okay, well, ma'am, come with me. Don't you think that would be the next fucking thing out of his mouth? Okay.
Oh, shit, dog. Hold on, man. I got to hit you with the jam, bro.
Rumors going all over town. Can't keep my name out the mouth these days.
James, tell him, man.
I live too
With
fast
me,
to settle
man.
down. Truth is, I just ain't about these games.
What'd you say, ma'am?
If she said all that, he would have said, all right, ma'am, you need to come with me. You did what? All right. Let's go.
Something
You can sit in the back of my car.
James Jackson, ladies and gentlemen. You need to go subscribe to his channel. Everybody sing this shit. Let's go.
I just want to love somebody.
You got love for James Jackson. At James Jackson. His Cash App is on the bottom of the screen. At James Amaral Jr. His Venmo is on the bottom of the screen. James Amaral Amaral 5 on the Venmo. At James Jackson on YouTube. Go subscribe to him if you got love for him. Let's go.
Yes. Just want to thank Sarah Clancy. I got a Venmo from her.
I just want to love somebody that don't want me falling apart. And I'll be lucky if I ever find something more than just a crazy night. I just want to love.
But that would be it right there, Jay. Right?
She was individual that replied several times, I hit him.
So she said, I hit him. She repeated it. You what?
She asked if somebody could be alive in the snow without a jacket for many hours. At times? Yes. Raising her voice at times? Yes. Crying at times? I didn't see any actual tears, but that type of emotional. I was personally given was just I hit him. Oh my God, I hit him. This is all my fault. This is my fault. I did this. And she was very hysterical.
That's a cop right there, James. She's very hysterical. I hit him.
Come with me, ma'am. We need to talk. We need to talk further down the station.
A Boston cop?
Shit. You know, I see a lot of people in the chat saying they're all liars. Well, yeah, I mean, it could be. But that's a lot of people that, you know, are saying that they're going to have to. That's
navigate through.
Yeah, they're going to have to navigate through that turbulence.
I mean, if Karen had a bunch of witnesses on her side saying Jen did it, it would be helpful for Karen. This is just helpful for them. And They knew it. They know it. They know these sound bites. These are basically sound bites in the court. She said, I hit him. She said, I hit him. I'm a first responder. I'm a cop. I'm a first responder. I'm Kerry. I'm Jen. You know, that's a lot of people saying the same thing. And then, you know, it's the gamble. It's that day in court we talk about. Was it a good day in court or was it a bad day in court? It gets dark real quick. It's survival of the fittest. And it's all about if you got guys like Plevlin that already got their mind made up, and vice versa. If you got people like me and James Jackson, she's going home. But this is what could happen in the courthouse. Does it make a difference if she said it or not? Did she say it? I don't know. And I really don't give a fuck. But in the court, it matters. So it should be something we should talk about. But whether she said it or not, I mean, it's possible. She could have said it. Process of elimination. Did I do this? Holy shit, how'd this happen? No one else was asking that question. No one else asked how it happened.
Right.
Right, officer? This guy looks like he fucking ate a box of Twinkies.
Shit.
She said, I don't think I'm ever going to.
Now, this is a big, big problem right here.
She said, I don't think I'm ever going to see you guys again. And I said, of course you will. We're friends.
Now, that girl right there, that's Paul O'Keefe's wife, the day of, or girlfriend, whatever she is. And she said that. I don't think I'm ever going to see you guys again.
She said that, and something about like we just remember all the bad times or something.
Now, we could sit here and we could go off. They're all liars. Who cares? You're crazy, JFK. Why are you playing them? Well, I could have sworn the girl that I'm playing was on the fucking bench in a courtroom saying that to the jury. That's why I'm playing it. I'm not playing it because I'm against Karen. I'm playing it because this is what she's up against. There's a difference. I'm not against Karen. This is what she's up against.
It's a great way.
I'm just trying to tell you. I'm just trying to tell you what we need to do to try to get around. We need a new way. And maybe people in the chat, everybody, just come up with ideas. We don't know if AJ's watching. AJ, you just landed. Uncle Al.
How was your flight?
You watching? 748 people. You one of them? If you're there, man, what's up, Uncle?
All right.
Was it first class? Was it bumpy?
Little turbulence. Well, you're going to have to get through with this turbulence when you get to the courtroom.
That someone said she had hit him. And she had said that they had gotten into an argument. She was sad because that was the last thing. And she had said that they had gotten into an argument. She was sad because that was the last thing she had said to him.
Does this guy look like he's lying though?
Right.
This guy right here?
No, he was what, he was an ambulance driver or something, or?
I think so. He's one of them, yeah.
Sad because that was the last thing she had said to him was the argument, but she didn't go to. And she had said that they had gotten into an argument. She was sad because that was the last thing she had said to him was the argument, but she didn't go into detail on what the argument was about. Or
she didn't go into detail what the argument was about. Well, I wonder what it was about, huh, James?
Yeah. I mean,
what was said?
That must have been in the car, right?
Facts. Now look what happens after all this. Look at how they're going to line it up. They're going to line it up the same way they did it. All the witnesses come in, and then boom, they're going to drop the video. This one right here.
Let's mention if I could play that for the jury.
Yes.
Mm. Yeah. Jeff, I want to hear Uncle Alan spit some fire tomorrow too, but he's going to need to spit some fire with that, you know. And that was just Lally's way of, you know, using his players, his big guns to make Karen look so bad, you know. He knew when to play it. Oh, let me play this soundbite after these 7 people say this, you know. Let me drop this in. Same shit as when we're editing. Okay, let's drop this in. We'll drop that in. Same shit.
If I could direct your attention to page 9. And Ms. Goodman, if I could have page 9. And again, sir, if you could read from page 9 as far as that conversation goes and just indicates whom is speaking at different points.
Okay, so the defendant said, "I'd prefer a weed whacker." I responded that.
What up, what up?
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, we got my man Stealing Whaling up here, and it's only right if we got my man Jay up here. It's only right we set it up right, and I gotta drop a song on him real quick.
Oh shit! What is it?
Let me see what I got. Let me see what I
What's up,
got. Let me
Jay?
see what I got. Let me see what
Yes.
I got. Well,
You
you
guys
know,
asked for Jay.
check out. We'll drop the old school. Yeah. Out here rocking out. Man, stealing Whalen. You already know. And he came up in here. What's up, Whalen, man? How we doing, brother?
Doing good, man. We're doing real good. How y'all
You got
doing up there?
We're all right, man. We got 746 people in the chat. All
Oh, that's
eyeballs
it.
on Jay. Yeah,
Small
that's
thing
it.
there. Small thing. Small thing.
Have you been watching the stream?
A little bit. I was trying to figure out how to get on the stream because it wouldn't let me log in because my cookies were set off or some shit. So I had to go through all that, finding out how to turn on the cookies and all that shit. So,
Absolutely. Who is Jay? Well,
who is Jay?
Peach.
The
Tell
man.
him who you are, Jay.
I'm the
Who are
man.
you, brother?
I'm J.F.K's probably oldest and truest friend.
Nice. That's a fact. That's all facts.
Oh,
Laura Pike with $100. We got Turbulence, Jay. Hold on, I'm trying to control the plane, Jay. I'm trying to
Jay
control the
already.
plane, Jay.
Oh shit.
Jay, hold
Take
on
it.
a second.
Bird
Hold
strike.
on.
We don't play around.
Yeah.
We don't play that. We don't play around. We don't play that. We don't play that.
Woo! Laura Pike from the LY Double. I whipped up a quick rhyme for you, JFK. James Whalen, appreciate your place for positive entertainment. Appreciate if you could play my hook. Sent to you in Messenger, Rima. Not great clarity. I'm not in the studio. Love is love. Well, I can't do that right. I mean, I'm gonna try to do it because let me see. Let me see if I can do it. It's in the Messenger, you said? I don't want to open up my Messenger live on StreamYard.
Why not?
Right.
Why? I don't know. Nah, well,
Inquiring minds want to know, bro.
Nah, but it's got a lot of family in there and things like that. You know what I mean? And you never know who's watching. I mean, bro, there's
Right.
730 people watching. I'm sure 70 of them the police.
Well, Laura
Yeah.
Pike's watching.
Yeah.
You know she's in the LY Double.
Let me see. Let's see if I can play this. You got one. You got a hook. You got Chris?
Changes narrow, practice the marrow, smoke the arrow,
Hold on, I'm gonna play that. I just gotta download it. Hold on, I'm gonna get it. I got you. I'm gonna play it. I gotta convert it. Hold on a second. I gotta work my magic. I got you, Laura Pike. We're gonna play that. I got you. I gotta do an MP4 to an MP3 into the email, download from the email into the StreamYard. But I got you. Don't worry about it. I'm a pilot.
Sure. No, his name is Jay. He's a pilot. He's got this. Respectable officer's queen from Australia. His name is Jay and James.
So Jay, why don't you tell people a little bit about yourself, your backstory, how you came up, the city you're from, and if you could, what do you know about the Karen Reed case, and if you know anything about the Karen Reed case?
I don't
Go
really
ahead,
know
man.
shit, really. I've been watching the past few episodes, so that's about it. Not really. Damn, I grew up in Lynn, right alongside you, from elementary school.
Yeah.
Just
From Sandbox.
I was a curious kid. I didn't like to have poor shit, and I grew up poor. So at a young age, I started stealing, boosting, eating. Eating at home was tough, but mom did her best. She had two crazy kids, me and my older sister.
Facts.
And it started off with small shit, stealing, I went to
college.
No. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about, I went to Carver Elementary School, you know that. And on the way to Carver Elementary School, I would stop at 3 or 4 stores. I had to go the long way. Hit Rich Steele's, Washington Street, steal something, Charleston Chews or very fine grapefruit juice, shit like that. Funyuns, and then I end up at the Funyuns, bro. Used to kill them things,
Yeah.
So, but mom couldn't afford that shit, so I used to steal it. And then it graduated to clothes. Stole my first pair of Jordans, what, 86, 87? And it was on from there, you know. I wanted to have nice shit, so I had to go take it.
Yeah.
You know, you grow up in a poor family, you tend to hang out with other poor kids that didn't have much. You know what I mean?
Facts.
And that's what we did. We learned how to steal and survive. And then we started tampering with the, you know, smoking weed and drinking and partying, you know, making fast money, doing dumb shit. 17 years old, I ended up in jail for a couple of years.
Yeah.
And you know, if it doesn't make you, it'll break you. You know,
It's a fact.
I thought
That's a
I
fact.
thought I was a cool kid. Oh, I did 2.5 years in jail. Oh, who gives a shit, bro? Because friggin' 6 months later, I was right back in violating parole for friggin', you know what I mean? For that little fight me and Jamie had, you know, and it was just off and on, in and out, same shit. Come home, drinking, stealing, going back in, drinking, stealing, you know, cars, whatever, man. You know what I mean? And it sucked. You know, the last time I went was 2007, and that's the last time I'm going. I'm done.
So in
I'm
2007,
done.
you actually got arrested by the ATF.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So this case revolves around an ATF agent, Jay.
I know.
So what was that like? An ATF agent, you got caught up in a sting by somebody who actually went on to make
I didn't get
movies.
caught up in the sting. I got ratted on.
Oh, ratted on.
I got ratted. My partner got ratted on, and you know, because I was going to see my boy. I mean, the ATF never seen me pass nothing. They never had no phone conversations about me or nothing. You know what I mean? They just had me going into the place, leaving, and then my boy giving them the shit, and that was it. They never seen no transaction between me and my guy. But because my guy was like, "Hey, yo, you know, my man's coming right now with the da da da," pretty much put me as the plug, right?
Yeah.
So that's how that went. I mean, my man was, tell you the truth, if he didn't get caught, he probably wouldn't have made it. He was that banged up. You know what I mean?
Right.
He was that banged up. He was using more than he was selling. So, you know,
Right.
it saved his life. It's fair to say. You know.
So you ended up going to the feds, and how long did you do there?
10 and a half.
10.5 years.
10.5 years.
On 11 and a half.
So to give people insight, Karen Reed's fighting for her life right now, right? She's looking at 10 years and up minimum, because if they drop it down to manslaughter, she at least is looking at 10 and up, at least 7 to 10 if they drop it to the manslaughter. What is it like having an open case on your head like that? What's going through your mind?
Yo, it's stress, man. It's stress. You don't know what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? For me, it was pretty. I just didn't know how much time I was getting. I knew I was getting time. Like there was just no turning around from that. I knew what they had on the case, this, that, and the other thing, and I knew I was going to jail. I wasn't getting out of it. They wasn't giving me a bail. That wasn't happening. It just, you know what I mean? So it was just, I had to accept it.
Now be clear, people. Jay, how long you been out of jail, and what are you doing now with yourself? Let's just go right there, because we don't want people to think we glorifying everything. How long you been out of jail now? Disclaimer. How long you been out of jail, and what are you doing nowadays?
Been out for this is my 8th year.
8 years.
No, I almost done. This is going on my 8th year. But you know what I mean? So man, I've been doing the same thing since I came home. Well, actually, when I went to the halfway house, you know, you got to get all your shit. You got to get your ID, birth certificate, all that. You know what I mean? Mass health, and you know what I mean. You got to get everything. So I did all that within the first week, and you know, I had a job by my first week. The case manager was like, "Damn, you did all this shit in 1 week, and you got a job?" I'm like, "Yeah." Well, he's like, "Damn." He's like, "Usually dudes just sit around and don't do that." I'm not usually these dudes. I'm motivated. I'm trying to live a different life. I lived the first half of my life doing the wrong things for the wrong reasons. You know what I'm saying? Now the rest of my life, I'm trying to, you know, I'm just trying to live, man. I'm just trying to
So
live.
you've been out 8 years, and you've been working the whole time. You got your credit up. You got your own apartment. You pay market value rent for 8 years. You've been holding it down by yourself, paying taxes, the whole shit.
I mean, I can't say I've been holding it down by myself. I mean, you got to think about my lifestyle. But you know me and my life. So if I didn't come home to have the support that I had, like when I came home and you was doing the right thing, you had your daughter Nirvana, you know what I'm saying, and you was doing the right thing. You wasn't doing the wrong things no more, and you was living a good, positive life, going to the gym.
It helped,
You know what I'm
right?
saying?
To be
That
around
right
positive
there is,
people.
you know what I mean? I
Yep.
went right to you. You're my number one, right? So you, my sister, my cousins, the Ludwigs, everybody, you know what I mean? I had the right people at the right time because everybody was doing the right thing at this time. Nobody was doing the wrong things. So that's that I had a good support group, you know what I'm saying? So I owe it all to you and you guys and God, basically, you know what I mean?
And you actually became a born again Christian and all that.
Oh, absolutely. I've been a born again Christian for years, but I'm off and on. I haven't been in church in about a year and a half. To be honest with you, you know what I mean. But
you got baptized and all that, right?
Oh yeah, I got baptized. Yeah, last year.
Yeah.
Or the year before, 2 years ago. Yeah. So yeah, man, that was a life changing experience too, in itself.
Now, do you believe that it's God's plan? Do you believe that, like Karen, it's in God's hands and Karen's going to be okay if that's what it's going to be? Do you believe God got any power in this court case or whatever? Is that the way it works? When
Man, I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna speak on me, on my life.
Go ahead.
God was always there, but He's gonna let me live my life. He's gonna let me make my mistakes, and and because I did what I did, I got to stand by my mistakes, and I mean deal with it the way it comes. I can't say that, you know what I mean. If you ain't on a one-on-one basis with God on a daily basis, and you got your private time with Him,
Gotta
you're
have that private
praying and spending that quality time praying, talking to God.
Yeah.
He ain't really trying to hear nothing. He ain't trying to hear nothing.
You can't lie to God.
You can't, bro. You can't. You know what I mean? So, I mean, if she ain't one with God, you know what I mean? She'll find out when she passes. God forbid. You know what I mean? But nobody really knows until it happens. So, is God there? Yeah, He's there. But if you ain't talking to Him, chances are you ain't going where
He's not listening.
Oh, he might be listening, but he ain't trying to hear it if it ain't the right thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
He's listening and watching. He's watching, seeing everything. He sees all, right?
Well, we got a freestyle about Karen Reed from Laura Pike. She sent in $100, and everybody in the chat. Let me just pull that up real quick again. Hold on a second. I got it right here. She sent $100, man. This is beautiful, man. Laura Pike, $100. Thank you, Laura. And I whipped up a quick rhyme for you, JFK. She whipped up a quick rhyme, ladies and gentlemen. JFK, James, and Whalen. Appreciate your place for positive entertainment. What we do. Appreciate if you could play my hook. I sent it to you on Messenger, Rima. Not great clarity. I'm not in the studio. Love is love. I love the fact that she said that I'm not in the studio. She's talking my language. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I heard a little bit of it, and I was digging what I was hearing. Let's hear what she got to say. She's talking about Karen Reed and IROX. Oh, my type of story. Let's go. Here we go.
Laura Pike on the mic.
Laura Pike on the mic.
Laura Pike on the mic.
Straight as an arrow, cracked up Camaro, smoke the Fiero, rolling in sneaky, T-top sneaky, don't let the cops see me, I ain't got no key, feds in our windows, chilling our criminals, lunchtime waterfall, chopping out an 8-ball, ride us on down to the king side mall, only one God, on night call, failing us to a two-way walk, can't control my hands, fingers feeling loose, can't stop eyeing that triple fat goose, Kim's got me sketchy, can't get caught stealing, have to come back with my homeboy wailing, now we got to put Jam at a steady pace, he says to J.F.K, you're all fucking at your face, you're the two guys that are on the case, I built that great dude, but he made mistakes, can't discuss it now cause this ain't the place, so we make plans to meet at the park, God says I'll be there right after dark, call me Seaside, but I go by Mark, if you have questions, concerns, or second guesses, just ask for Mark, with 2 S's, I didn't stop creating trouble, making banter. One trying to spook ya, one trying to scare ya. I was just looking for an answer. King says all good, where the fuck is Santa? Where the fuck is Santa?
Yeah, that
TikTok is back.
TikTok is back. Yeah, man.
Shout out Laura Pike, man, going in with the freestyle, man, straight from the top. Shot of the South, talked about Seaside, gave us some entertainment, dropped 100, man. Give it up. Give it up
That
for
was
Laura
dope.
Pike, man. That was dope, Laura Pike. Yes,
He
yes,
said cracked
yes.
up Camaros, smoked a Fiero.
Yeah, smoke the
Keep in mind,
Fiero.
Fiero was my favorite car to steal back then.
Yeah,
The
hell yeah. Laura
Fieros,
Pike,
man.
ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Laura, so
I didn't
much.
know she was a rapper.
She's doing her thing. But
I guess
we're gonna
so.
get into these text messages. Now, Jay, I told you a little bit on the phone earlier about the text messages between, hold on one second. Jay, my dad died in your mama's arms. No shit.
No,
Ain't
that's
this
a
a
lie.
small world?
She got the wrong J.
Jay, my dad died in your mama's arm. My sister found her holding him on their kitchen floor. God bless our wild ass parents and the way they lived. I don't know. Jay, my mom. She talking about you? I don't know. Maybe she's thinking. She's
my
talking.
mom ain't never told me any man died in her arms, so I don't know what the
Yeah.
fuck that's about.
So let me segue back into what we were talking about the phone text. And the name of this video is at Karen Reed. You can't believe what you read in text, or can you? So we're gonna go into a little bit of Higgins text messages. Let's check it out. And Jay, we'll try to fill you in as much as we can as this goes on. Flirty text, huh? Let's go. Let's do this.
Of a short vacay with the current show, wanted to see if you were game. I responded, you don't have a say. And I believe I was referring to nicknames. And I said, vacation where? Defendant responded, I know. They need to happen organically. I'm the queen of nicknames. Was just going to rent a beach house in, I believe it was supposed to say Fort Lauderdale. It's abbreviated. Something quick and easy. I said, Defendant responded, I'm the queen of vacays too. Always a good time. I responded, I'm going to Nashville next month, 19 to 21st, for a benefit. One of our guys got shot in the head. You guys should come.
And as far as either one of those trips that you were discussing, do you recall any further?
So Higgins, you could go to Nashville for someone getting shot in the head, but you can't go to John O'Keefe's funeral?
Further discussion or any going on any of those trips?
Well, I mean, I definitely went to Nashville for that benefit for one of my coworkers. There may have been more conversation about the Florida trip, but I can't specifically recall it.
Now, sir, if I could direct your attention to page 16, and Ms. Gilman, if I could have that.
Hey, man, what's up, guys? Kevin from South Boston.
What's up,
And this is on that same date
Hey,
of
man, what's up,
January
guys?
13th,
Kevin
is
from
that
South
correct?
Boston.
Hey man, what's up, guys? Kevin from South Boston.
I believe so. The date's not at the top here, but I believe it is.
Weed
And again,
whacker
sir, if you could
girl.
read, from that page of communication as far as who was speaking, and what was said.
So there's a photograph of somebody with a weed whacker. The defendant said, no, you're not a creep. I said, nope. She said, you're kind of a loner, which I used to be. I responded, no, not really. I have a ton of buddies, but I only let a handful of friends in that I'm tight with. So you think you got me figured out? And then I typed circle of trust in quotes.
The circle of trust as you. Now keep in mind, right, Jay, and people in the chat, keep in mind, he's saying the circle of trust, but yet he's friends with John O'Keefe and he's talking to his girl. So he spun the block and he's seen her outside doing the weed whacker and he gave her a nickname, the weed whacker girl.
Yep.
And she reassured him that he wasn't a creep, although that's some creepy shit. Right, James?
Absolutely.
I mean, you creeping on your friend or associate's girlfriend. I mean, if that's not a creep, what the fuck is? I mean, let's just keep it real. I mean, for real, I think about. I
Yo,
mean,
Jay,
yeah.
that's a fact, man.
Hold on a
Right.
minute. We got a call from the flight
JFK
deck.
show was fire. Yeah, I love the JFK show. Shout out to JFK and James Jackson. Love them. Great stuff there. 39,000 feet.
Yes. So
Yes.
Jay, so was he in violation? Is that something you do? Like, so by him talking to Karen behind John's back, does that cause fights? Would that cause a fight?
I don't know. Let me hook up with Jessica and we'll see if we fight about it.
Oh man.
What kind of question is that, bro?
No, I'm saying
What
it's
kind
for
of
the
question?
people
That's
that,
the dumb.
I know, but
Come
hey,
on,
brother,
bro.
I know, but this is
That-
we're not
that-
making it personal. Disclaimer: we're not making it personal. I'm trying to say
Come
it
on,
from
you
the
know I
level
love you,
of the
bro. I
chat.
ain't nothing like that. But nah, man, of course that's a violation.
Straight violation.
Apparently, he's not much of a friend.
Not much of a friend, but he just said the
mean-
circle of trust.
Circle.
Yeah,
crazy
trust
is
that he's
that?
gonna. He trusts that he's gonna get in her circle. He wants to be in her. You know what I mean? It's a totally different circle. Come on.
Oh, Higgy, can't you see? I just don't believe a word you say to me.
Nice.
All right, let's keep it moving.
And sir, if I could direct your attention to the next page, number 17. And it's coming, if I could have that.
Did you know that?
No, I didn't know.
You know now. Yeah, man. That you can't be doing that.
Nah, that's a
And
big
again,
violation.
sir, if you could read from page 17 as far as what is said and who is talking.
So the defendant said, yeah, I said loner, not loser. I assume you know a lot of people, PPL, people abbreviated. You never really can figure anyone out completely. Your dad died when you were young.
Yo, the crazy part about it is he keeps calling her the defendant. This is a girl. This is a girl that he once really liked. But look at how crazy this is. What Karen said to him.
And I responded, he died in March of 2020. I'm so not a loser. You won't figure me out. LOL. Defendant responded, no one is a loser. I just didn't mean loner to imply friendless. I'm sorry that's recent. It wasn't COVID, was it? I responded, cancer. Defendant responded, I know you date girls who don't lock the house behind them and you are private and observant. I'm sorry, what kind? I responded, long brain, kidney, and pelvis. How do you know all these things? LOL.
If I could turn your attention to the next page, page 18. And again, sir, if you could read from that.
In the blue bubbles is me. I said, you're funny. Defendant responded, yikes. Wow, that's rough. Jesus, I'm sorry. We chat a lot at the hillside. I responded, don't be sorry. Life is hard sometimes. I always figure it out. And then I said, who chats? ? Defendant responded, life is hard, but losing people is the hardest. So I'm sorry. We chat. I responded, that's all you got? We chat? Sure, you're from Brockton, spit it out. Defendant responded, you and I chatted about the girl who kept forgetting to lock the door. I said, oh, she has been out of play like for 3 months now. And then I believe it starts to say out of rotation, ?
You wrong.
And then, sir, if I could direct your attention to page 20. And again, sir, if you could read from that.
I'm in the blue bubbles again. I said, I just got a Saturday invite. The defendant said, did you say yes? ? I said, not yet, with a bunch of periods, but did respond. Defendant said, what did you say, Mr. Elusive? I responded, no, I just don't want to intrude on your couple's night. I'm shy. The defendant responded, we prefer to hang out with non-couples. Bob Gallery is probably coming too, solo. We'll probably do cards or something at some point. I'm inviting you.
Well,
Keep in mind,
You wrong. You wrong. You wrong. You
you
wrong.
wrong, Higgins.
You wrong.
Yeah.
So at Karen Reed, you can't believe what you can read in text, what you read in text. But then again, maybe you can, because you got John invited him to come over and watch the football game, and he said no. And then she went behind, while she was talking behind John's back. She said, no, come through, come through. And he came through just to see Karen. He was in the house watching that football game. Kids in the house, hanging out. Shit's wild, man.
yeah, that's some sick shit. I mean, you said a few minutes ago that this was a girl he really liked, but he keeps calling her the defendant. I don't think he really liked her. If you think about it, he's hitting on a chick that is dating his friend or associate or whatever you want to call it. Apparently, he don't care about neither one of them. You know what I'm saying? He's got no respect for John. You know what I mean? And he ain't trying to be in a relationship with this chick. He knows that she's dating him. He's just trying to get a quick one. He ain't, you know what I mean? So that dude is all the way in violation.
Jay, you got a YouTube, right? You, that's your YouTube right there. Is it at Jay Whalen or what's it
Yeah,
at?
but I ain't posting there nothing.
So, but what do you got? What's it? Is it at Jay Whalen?
Yeah. No, it's
So-
yeah, I think it's you can go on Whalen freaking 135.
At Whalen
see, I'll find it,
135?
put it-
Yeah, post it. It's at Whalen 135. Yeah, I need everybody to go over and sub up to Jay. Let's get his subs up, and maybe we could get Jay talking, get him a little bit used to things. Now, Jay knows nothing about this case.
Good luck.
That's the reason why I'm playing the text messages, because Jay does know what shady shit is. So keep
Hell
in
yeah.
mind,
Fucking lived it.
you lived it. That's a fact. Enough said. So this is what goes on. But I need people to go subscribe to Jay. If you want to get with Jay, talk to him, want to see Jay more. Jay has a story. Jay went away for 11 years from a guy who went on to make movies and try to be a martyr of the community. He tried to say that he was stopping the opiate crisis, and by doing that, he was working with the ATF, guys like Higgins, the guy that you see right now that we're talking to. I mean, that we're playing on the text messages. Higgins, Jay got set up by a kid from the inner city of Boston, allegedly from the inner city of Boston, who went on to make movies that you guys know. You guys want to know what movies he went on to make? I can tell you. You want to know what he's doing now? I can tell you. I could break it on down. It's up to you guys if you want to hear the story. If you guys want to know the whole situation, the corruption of Boston.
You know what's crazy? I know you probably do know what this dude's up to, where he's at, what he's doing and shit. And I've been home 8 years. I don't near nothing. I don't know near nothing about this
Well,
dude.
he got you blocked. That's why.
I wouldn't look him up if he didn't.
I don't
matter.
know what he's doing,
Like-
but the fact is he did a lot when you were away. He was justifying why he did what he did, and then he doubles down and he says that I never did that. I never locked anybody up. And the problem is there'd never been anybody to step up and say, no, you did that to me. Like no one ever stepped up and said, I'm one of the ones he ratted out on. So all it is hearsay. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm not trying to big the dude up. You know, who cares? It's not about his story. It's about your story. But it's another chapter to the corruption of how these people work, how the feds work, how their mindset to set people up, how to invade people's lives. Just like this dude's doing right now. He just totally inserted himself in Karen's life, in John's life. You know what I mean? He didn't have to do this. He could have been like, listen, you're barking up the wrong tree. I'm going to sleep. But he didn't.
He was supposed to shut that down from the rip.
Yeah, he should have shut
That
it
was supposed to
right
be
there.
shut down from the rip. Been like, yo, why are you
Yep.
calling me? That's it. He ain't supposed to even.
He
I
said,
don't know,
"Yeah." What he said? He said, "You're coming with me."
That's what he said.
No. I said,
And I said, ha ha.
Now, sir, is that the Saturday night that's being referenced there? Is that the same night that you had gone over to the home at some point for the Patriots game?
Yes.
And if I could direct your attention to the next page, page 21.
Yes.
And again, if you could read from that page.
The defendant said, John said Brian's being wishy-washy now, in quotes. I responded, haha, did you tell him you texted me? The defendant responded, no. And then I gave a thumbs up.
Wow, snake.
Then I said, you cranky now, question mark. Defendant said, haha, no, just stop being so anti-couples. Most couples don't even like each other. I said, name a few. Defendant said, name a few? I don't know. All of them, question mark. They all want to hang out with single people. And then I said,
Thank you. Sir, if I could direct your attention to page 26.
If a man really hated ads, here's what he would do.
I would
Day
shut
one.
it off.
Yeah.
Right. I'm trying to find it, Jay. You said J Whalen 145?
Nah,
And sir,
just
if I could
Whalen.
ask you to read from that page.
Oh, just Whalen?
WAYLYNN.
in blue is going to be myself again. Foul ball. Defendant responded, you stink. I said,
Nice.
you suck and you're double trouble. Defendant responded, you're hot. I responded, are you serious or messing with me? Defendant responded, no, I'm serious. I responded, failing is mutual. Is that bad? How long have you thought that? Defendant responded, are you okay driving? You don't want to stay here. I responded back, I'm fine. I have an office at the PD. You didn't answer the question. And then it starts to say, defendant said, rather you stay here.
And is that, to your memory, when is that text exchange taking place? In reference to the night that you went over to the O'Keefe's house.
I believe it was that night.
Now, at Mr. O'Keefe's house on that particular evening, do you recall how you came into the house?
I believe it might have been the front door.
And if you know about how long were you at Mr. O'Keefe's house that night?
I was probably one of the last people to leave, I think.
And what, if anything, happened as you were exiting from Mr. O'Keefe's house that night?
So as I was exiting the house, it was either through the breezeway or the garage. And as we were walking out, the defendant
Hey man, what's up, guys?
planted a kiss on me.
Now, before you went out that way, where was Mr. O'Keefe? Did you say goodbye to him or anything like that?
I think I said goodbye to him. He might have been in the bathroom. I'm not 100% positive where he was.
Oh, man.
And when you went to leave, which exit from the house were you headed to initially?
You're wrong.
Well, as I said, I don't remember exactly if it was the breezeway or the garage. I was starting to walk through, but whichever way I started to exit, the defendant told me to go a different way.
And which way did the defendant tell you to go?
Well, her way. I honestly can't tell you which door that was. If it was either the breezeway or the garage.
And as you were going out, again, I'm sorry, what happened?
The defendant kissed me.
And how did she kiss you?
Not like a friend.
You wrong.
Lip to lip, is that fair to say?
Yes.
You wrong.
Like a romantic kiss.
You wrong.
That's the way I interpreted it.
You wrong.
And were you still inside the house at the time that this occurred, or were you outside the house, if you know?
Not sure if we had just got to the outside or not. It might have. I'm not sure if it was close proximity to leaving.
And what was your reaction to that?
Yeah, he does.
I was taken back.
Is that something that you were expecting?
No.
And
shit.
I appreciate the things that you two do, you and James, right? They're decorated dudes. Hey man, what's up, guys? Kevin from South Boston. Hey, man, I appreciate the things that you two do, you and James, right?
Oh,
They're
shit.
decorated dudes. They're decorated dudes. You wrong. You wrong. You wrong. You wrong. You wrong.
You wrong
You
for what
wrong.
you did.
You wrong.
Yeah,
You
facts.
wrong. You
He's
wrong.
deaf
You
wrong.
wrong.
He's all the
You
way
wrong.
wrong.
Clown.
He's so wrong he ain't right. You know
are
what
a
I'm saying?
clown. Clown.
Right.
From the bottom, now I rose. Now this shit is set in stone. I can't leave my craft alone. Now I barely see my home.
Static
Yeah,
selector.
Jay, I couldn't find it. You're gonna have to
Power
put
wild
it
baby.
in.
Hey, from the
Or just
start,
send it to me on
all I had was
Messenger.
hustling hard. The struggle is
A
my
picture
fuel,
of what
but
it
I
looks
do
like.
not halt.
Kevin from South Boston. What's going on, buddy?
Lazy people depart. Prayer and meditation gotta keep my mind sharp. Power
Can't
wild,
believe what you read
smart. Big dog bite,
in
but
a
don't bark. Get
text.
you painted. I ain't
Candy.
talking about
Found it?
smart. The land of the free, that's a farce. Cause everything costs. I upgraded from sleeping on the floor to a couch. From apartment to a townhouse. New ice mouse. Static selected going out. Bounce back from a loss.
What does he say?
Grinding and barber getting bands. The whole team get paid if we stick to the plans. We suited at the Grammys, but we started off with grants. Supply and demand and expand. You understand?
From the bottom, now I rose. Now this shit is set in stone. I can't
She
leave my
sent him
craft
a
alone.
text saying she'd rather he stay.
Stay in the house
Now, in
with
the
her
house where
boyfriend
John is, where John
and the
lives.
kids. And the
And the
kids.
kids.
After watching the
Yeah.
game. Yeah.
She's all the way scandalous. They both wrong. Ain't no way around it.
They both wrong, man.
Well, 100%.
So now I'm gonna take you to now this is the first time you ever heard you heard this.
Of what?
This is the first time you
text,
ever
all
heard
the
this.
text messages?
Yeah. This is the first time you ever heard it.
Uh-huh.
First time. All right, so I'm gonna take you here real quick. I'm gonna take you to the waterfall. Keep in mind, people, Jay never ever heard these texts. Now, does that "you wrong" sound like the guy on the stand? This is Kevin from South Boston. Does that sound like the guy that you just heard? So does this sound, Jay? Does this right here sound
Like the
like
phone
the guy
call
you
we
just
got?
was listening to? The phone call you were just listening to? I mean, listen to this.
Hey,
Does
man,
this
what's
sound
up, guys?
like the same
Kevin
guy?
from South Boston.
What's up, Kevin?
Oh,
from
hell
South
yeah.
What's happening?
Listen, I appreciate the things
Hell
that
yeah.
you two do, you and James, right? But let me ask you something.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Those two dudes that you're accusing, right?
Now, them two dudes you're accusing, listen what he
definitely
says.
him, bro.
Yo, listen what he says right here, though. Listen what he says.
They're decorated dudes. What happens? Like, can you look at this from both
Can you look at it from both ways?
sides? And this comes out that she actually did it. Are you
And when it comes out that she actually did it,
ready to, like,
all right,
hold put it out there that you were
yo,
wrong?
you sound like Higgins, bro.
You wrong.
Is this Higgins?
Is this Higgins?
You wrong.
You're Higgins.
Why are we
This is-
wrong?
Okay, so let me ask you something. How did this dude even die?
No, that's people keep in mind, disclaimer, Jay has no idea. All right, so we can get into that, right? But we're gonna take it slow. So I'm gonna read you the text messages. Now you know there was something. Now you know that there was a reason why this went down at the waterfall. So you seen the text message, you seen how spooky it got, right? Karen, this and that. And like I said, I think that I said it earlier in the show that it's at the point, right, James? I'll let James say this. It's at the point where they just believe that Karen's to blame, and at this point they'd rather put it on Karen than have the whole Massachusetts system go down because they were so corrupt the way they handled this. So they'd rather just put it on her because they know no matter how you slice it, she's the one that kind of started this shit. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
James?
That's what it is. I mean, if anyone, they should be mad at anybody. They should be mad at the police for the sloppy police work that was done on this investigation. And there's just a lot of reasonable doubt. You'll see, Jay, as you go on with this case, you're going to get hooked on it, man. There's so
I don't know
for
about
real.
that.
Yeah, I think you will.
All right, so I'm gonna take you to a place. I want you to tell me exactly what you see. Who's ready to go to the waterfall? Anybody want to go to the waterfall?
Couple Stellas for the fellas.
Couple styles, but you know, it ain't nothing but a gangster party, right? Right, James?
Oh yeah.
Check it out. She got the death row chain.
The party.
Hey, light that up too. Why you acting like that?
Oh shit. You done fucked up now. You done put two of America's most wanted in the same motherfucking place at the same motherfucking time. Ain't nothing but a gangsta party. Ain't nothing but a gangsta party.
Good job, James, with the graphics, bro. I like that.
So that's who she is. That's Karen Reed.
That's
She
Karen
signed the
Reed.
death row.
That's Karen Reed with the
AKA the
death row
lawnmower girl.
lawnmower,
The weed
lawnmower
whacker girl.
The
with the
weed
death row
whacker.
chain.
Yep.
If you sick everybody in your videos, dancing in your videos, come to death row.
Ain't nothing but a gangsta party.
You're now rocking with J.F.K. and James
Hey, light that
Jackson.
up too. Why you acting like that?
Oh shit. You done fucked up now. You done put two of America's most wanted in the same motherfucking place at the same motherfucking time. Ain't nothing but a gangsta party. Ain't nothing but a gangsta party.
James, is that Karen Reed with a death row chain?
He signed the death. Oh shit. Yo.
Yo, hold on, who's this
crazy.
calling? He hung up. That was him.
Hey man, what's up, guys? Kevin from South Boston.
Hey man, what's up, guys? Kevin from South Boston.
Hey man, what's up, guys? Kevin from South Boston.
Man.
Yo, I need to know one thing. Was that Karen Reed with a death row chain? Let's go, Chad. Yes. What's up, everybody?
Man.
You rocking with J.F.K, James Jackson, and Jay Whalen. Put your ones up. Free Karen Reed. Free Karen Reed. She's not guilty of murder. She's not guilty of murder. R.I.P. John O'Keefe.
Death
Yo,
row.
is that Karen Reed with a death row chain?
Death row is now in the house. Yeah, Jay, I can't find it, man. It's not coming up. It's weird.
Yo, hold on a minute. Hold on.
Snoop gave it a chain.
So why you acting like that?
Oh shit. You done fucked up now. You done put two of America's most wanted in the same motherfucking place at the same motherfucking time. Ain't nothing but a gangsta party. Ain't nothing but a gangsta party.
You're rocking with the best. Break it off.
Woo-wee! Karen Reed in a death row chain. It's no realer than that. It ain't nothing but a gangster party over here.
Oh shit. This is real
But
as
you
it
know,
gets.
Karen Reed is not guilty of murder. She did not kill John O'Keefe, but that does not mean it had to start somewhere. It started in them texts. It started with the back and forth on them text messages. You can't believe what you Karen Reed in text But then again, can you, James?
Yeah. But does it hold weight in the courtroom?
Does it hold weight in the courtroom? Bingo. Now, does this hold weight in the courtroom, James? Waylon, what do you? I'm about to play something to you, and I want you to let me know what you see.
No, I didn't.
But you did text John.
Yes.
I want you to look at the guy right there. That's Higgins right there. Next to him is the guy named the one right there in the middle.
Yeah, the one in the middle without the hat on.
Without the hat. All right.
Yeah, with the black hoodie.
So who's the other one?
That's Chris Albert. And the other guy with the other hat on, the one sitting right, the two dudes right next to Higgins, that's Chris Albert and Brian Albert. The one that grabbed Higgins you're about to see is Chris Albert. Tell me what you see here.
Didn't text Karen, correct?
No, I didn't.
But you did text John.
Yes.
But that doesn't show
Didn't text Karen.
Let me take that one down. I got another one. That was a different part of it. Let me take the part when he grabbed his arm.
So his testimony too, Jay, was that's the thing. His testimony was he's saying he didn't say goodbye to anybody.
But that little clip you showed him waving like somebody to come
right here, look. You ready?
I did leave, yeah.
Listen to the testimony. Take a listen to what he says.
Give John a big hug or anything like that?
I did leave, yes.
You didn't say goodbye to John, correct?
I don't think I said goodbye to anybody.
And you texted John O'Keefe, you coming here.
I did.
And that had 3 question marks behind it, correct?
Yes.
Did you text Karen about coming over to 34 Fairview?
No.
So at 12:20 a.m., after you left the waterfall and made your way over to 34 Fairview, you were more interested in getting John to come to 34 Fairview than you were to getting John, correct?
I don't think I said
goodbye to anyone, Jay.
Goodbye to anybody.
And
no?
You texted John O'Keefe.
That's the guy who was at the house, Jay.
Then he texts John O'Keefe.
Feces.
Then he texts, yeah, he knows. It's
so who are those? How are those 2 guys involved?
One of them with the bigger dude with the black on, with the like towards the door. The dude in front of him who grabbed him is Chris Albert. The other dude in back of him is Brian Albert. That's the lawn he got found on, and he's a Boston cop.
Yep.
So Higgins ATF, Brian Albert's Boston police. Chris Albert is just a politically corrected dude who's scratching his ass, it looks like, in this fucking shot.
Who's about to
exactly what it looks like.
About to wipe that shit on Higgins's hoodie.
Well, look, I want you to. So I'm gonna show you. So I'm gonna show you John O'Keefe's reaction.
Oh,
all right, but look, you tell me what this looks like. He said he didn't say goodbye to anyone on the stand
or anything like that.
I did leave, yes.
You didn't say goodbye to John, correct?
I don't think I said goodbye to anybody.
That's kind of funny.
You
well,
texted
maybe he didn't
John
say goodbye
O'Keefe,
to him.
You coming here?
Well, he texted him, "You coming here?" right after this.
Yeah.
I did.
Right after that.
And that had 3 question marks behind it, correct?
Yes.
So why did you
text
grab
Karen
like that?
About coming over to 34 Fairview?
That was
he
kind of
grab
aggressive, if you ask me.
Yes.
So at 12:20 a.m.
All right, so you got the gist of that, right? Now let's look at John's reaction.
You did text John.
Yes.
Here's John's reaction. What's this? Look at this. What's that? What do you see? What he did right there? Now be clear, Jay. Jay doesn't know nothing about this case, and I don't talk to Jay about this. Me and Jay talk about fucking other things. What does this look like to you? John's reaction. John, obviously, that's the guy at the bar. That's John O'Keefe. That's John O'Keefe, R.I.P. Officer John O'Keefe. What's this look like to you, Jay? Look at John O'Keefe's reaction.
Didn't text Karen, correct?
No, I didn't.
But you did text John.
Yes.
Little sip of beer, little dance.
You and me?
A little what? What you say?
A little dance.
Watch that again. Keep in mind, I just want to say this. Keep in mind, he left that's at 11:58. They leave, right? The Pipples leave, the three dudes leave, and everybody leaves. John leaves at 12:10. 20 minutes later, John goes dark. He was hurt bad, real bad. So here's the thing. What
How
did you
was he
say,
hurt?
John? He just stopped responding.
That's the
They're saying that
question.
she back. That's the question. They're saying Karen ran him over. Karen say he went in the house and he got in a fight with what you just seen.
But the marks on his body and everything else, it just
What
doesn't
was his
add
mark?
up.
Explain the marks on the body, James.
So he had his knuckles was all bruised up. He had a laceration, a 2-inch gash on the back of his head. He had dog marks. It looked like a dog attacked the shit out of him on his arm. He put up his arm to defend
He
himself.
lost 2 liters of blood.
Yep, lost 2 liters of blood.
Yeah, that's from the head wound. That's definitely from that fucking head. The head bleeds
Yeah,
like a
trying to think
motherfucker.
what else.
But
He
what did you? But I'm not going to cut you off, James. But what did you see John doing? What did you say it was?
I don't know, man. He took a sip of the beer, did a little 2-step, little dancing. You know what I mean?
What's that? What's that though? Tell the people, Jay. Tell them.
What?
What's that mean? You got
I don't know, man.
684 people. Talk to the people. What's the dance mean? What's that mean?
I have no idea. I don't know why he's dancing like that.
Is it
What do you
hyping
mean?
him up? Is it hyping him up? Do you think it was hyping him up? The little dance after,
little,
because you got to
little heel
understand.
toe.
He grabs his arm, right? The dude's
Yeah.
grabbing his arm and he's pointing, telling him to come here. And then you said he took a sip of a beer and he did a dance and then he did that. Why is he doing that? Is he doing that for a reason?
Obviously, he's doing it for a reason, but I don't know what the reason is. How would I know?
You think he's
But,
ready to fight? Does it look like he's ready
I
to
think,
fight?
well, they're both waving each other to come on. You know what I mean? So, you know, that little 2-step could be, like you said, little, you know what I mean? What do you want to do? Like, what's up? You know what I mean? They both waving to each other to come over. So
does that look like aggression?
Apparently words were said before all that shit. Now, was it face-to-face words or was it text words or a phone call?
Right.
Something had to be said for them to have that kind of reaction toward each other.
Well, wasn't it too? You know,
Oh,
when
hold
he
on,
went
man.
by.
Jay, you don't want us to start getting into this case. We're just gonna stay right there because it gets way. There's so many layers to peel off. Chat, what's going on,
Oh,
chat? How we
shit.
doing? How's Jay doing? How's Jay doing up here? Is Jay doing good? Put your ones up if you like what Jay's doing up here, man. He's on the fly. This is the first time ever in his life have you been live with 657 people, and he's up here. And it takes a lot of balls to come on camera with this many people. Believe that. Put your ones up for Jay, and he's being honest. This is not no setup. He knows nothing about this case. As you can see, he's been in the gym for the last couple of months, man, doing biceps every day. But that's another story.
3.5 months. 3.5 months. You know what I mean? Trying to get something back. I got a couple of t-shirts I need to fill out next summer. You know?
Yeah. But so that's what. So what led up to that is that the guy Higgins in the bar now, he texts Karen in the bar. Well, now you're saying what was said. You're right. Something had to be said. Something triggered it. But keep in mind, he was with this guy named Brian Albert, and I think Brian Albert, he told Brian Albert what he was doing behind John's back. And Brian
Right.
kind of was like, yo, you came here to confront him. It was more like him kind of getting pushed into something and something was said. So do you think it's likely now John went to go meet them? Now John went to go meet them guys, right? In a house. Do you think they were going to fight? Does that look like it was some fighting shit?
Yeah. I don't like the odds either. Yo, so they trying to say that she hit him with the car.
Yep.
Out in front of the house that he was supposed to go in to meet them.
Now, 7 people didn't see him laying out there, though. If she hit him, allegedly.
Now, hold on a second, Jay. This is where, so he
now
got
the back
found.
of his head was split open, right?
Yep.
And she ran him over. Remember my Lexus trucks, my LX, my big one that I had?
I'm just trying to figure out how the back of his head got hit by the car or on the ground or something. You know what I mean? Or if one of them dudes split him over with the bottle or something. You know what I mean? There's a lot of ways to get a head injury, but in a car accident.
How about this? Downstairs in that basement, the dude had weights.
Weights. Yep.
Okay. It could have been
Just
anything,
like
though.
this. Yeah.
Anything.
No, I'm just
It could have been a
I'm just giving
dumbbell.
some
Like
insight.
those dumbbells, like, when you, the metal bar, just if you want to take off the weights and just use that. Wow.
A 10-pound weight will do it. That's for sure.
Yeah.
5
How
pounds.
about this?
It was
How about
perfect,
this,
too.
right? So he got hit at 12:30 at night. So after you seen him, he left that bar at 12:09. He allegedly got hit at 12:31. So 20 minutes later, he allegedly got hit by a truck, and he was out in front of this house right here. It just started snowing a little bit. He was out in front of now. This is the house that we went to. This is where he was found. Me and James went there.
No one's seen him on the lawn. Right there. You kidding me? Between the lines.
You see that flagpole right there? Way off to the left, Jay. Right when
left,
we pull up.
yep.
You see it right there?
Yep.
He was right there, right there. Now keep in mind it's really not a sidewalk. It's like,
No, there's no sidewalk there.
So he's right there right there. With a little bit of snow that fell, he was right there. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like from inside the driveway.
No one's seen him on the lawn.
Now keep in mind, how many people left, James?
7. And 2 of them went back.
One of the Albert's house?
Yep, that was the brother Brian. Well, they all grew up there. That's a house they grew up in, all of them.
Yeah. So peep it.
Right there. You kidding me? Between the lines.
That was the day we got invited there.
That's crazy.
I know you feeling hurt. Your mind flipped. That was a moment
So,
in time.
we're pulling into the driveway right now.
I seen your car
34 Fairview. Here we are.
Said I was sorry. Liquor had me blinded. I know about your issues. You're not feeling well. What you going through, girl? Is
7 people left, and that's what they see when they jumped in their car in that driveway. When you look to the left. Now, keep in mind, it's dark out and all that, but still.
live in hell. Sometimes I bug out. I just flip and yell. Just come out tonight.
John was in the house too at some point?
They're saying he never came in the house.
They're saying he never came in the house.
They're saying he never came in the house.
But yet he was found outside the house.
But he was found outside because she hit him, allegedly.
Huh?
Jay, you don't want to start getting... Jay, you're going to get addicted. You're going to be fucked.
Bro, that's just... I don't know, man. They say he never came in the house.
No.
Did they know he was supposed to come to the house, or was he supposed to come to the house?
Yeah, he was invited.
Yeah. Okay.
The
So
dude Higgins, Kevin, hold on. Kevin from South Boston texted him, "Are you coming here?" Right after that fight, right after the hand got grabbed, he texted him, "Are you coming here?" Randomly. He hasn't texted him in weeks.
But that's what I'm saying. And how many people are inside the house at this point?
There's like there's 7 plus little Brian Albert. So 7, 8.
Okay,
I think there's 11 people.
Okay, so there's 11 people at this house.
And 7
how
left.
How many of them 11 people knew that John was supposed to come by, or they wanted to come by, whatever? All of them?
7 of them knew.
7 of them. Okay, so 7 people knew that this guy was supposed to come by the house because there was some type of beef or words or whatever.
No,
right?
no, it wasn't for beef. Be clear, it was an after party.
Oh, an after party.
Yeah.
But nobody's seen him. He didn't come in the house.
Nope, they're all saying he never came in the house.
Well, one woman had
okay, so
eyes.
7 people knew he was supposed to be coming, but not one of those 7 people looked out the window to see, hey, is he coming yet? Is he here
Well,
yet? Is the car here
that's
yet?
what I'm saying.
They
Yes.
did. They did look out the window.
At any
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, she said she saw him get out the car. She said, "Is that
be
you?"
clear. No.
I thought Jen said she saw him get out of the car.
Bro, she didn't say that, bro. You see, you're doing
hell's Jen?
wild shit.
Okay, all right. I'm sorry.
She did not, dude. If she said that, it's game over.
Who's
right,
Jen?
but
How
Jen
would you
McCabe
even? Hold on a second. I gotta check. My co-pilot just put the flap down at 39,000. Almost crashed the
All
plane.
right.
What are you doing? We're flying high here, and you fucking almost crashed the plane.
So
She never said he got out any car, bro. If she would have ever said he got out the car, Karen, we wouldn't even be live right now. Karen would be fucking home chilling. She said she looked out what happened was Jen McCabe, right? She's a witness. She looked out the window. She seen the truck pull up, and she texted John. She was the one on the phone with John. So she texted John on the way there. When John left the waterfall, a woman named Jen McCabe texted John, no, excuse me. John texted her, "What's the address?"
That's what I was. That's
She
what I
hung up
meant.
the phone. She called him back. Instead of texting him back, she called him back, and they talked on the phone for 36 seconds and then 46 seconds, then 36 seconds. And she gave him directions how to get there, but he put it in his navigation. So the phone call itself, without confusing you, itself is a little shady because they talk so long to get, and keep in mind, from the waterfall to 34 Fairview is only 5 minutes away. It's a left and a right. So, and he's a police officer for 16 years. So this dude knows how to get to point A to point B, and he lives in that town. And he put it in his navy. So the fact that he had to talk to her for 46 seconds and 36 seconds, what were they talking about? So he pulls up in front of the house. Karen's driving. He's in the passenger seat of Karen's truck. He pulls up in front of the house. Jen's looking out the window and seeing him pull up, right? She texts him at 12:31 when she's at the window. She's still looking at the truck, right? No, excuse me, 12:29. She texts him, here, right, or whatever. Then 12:31, she said she's seen eyeballs on the truck, and she said, "Pulling back at me." And she, whatever. She walked into the party, right? Whatever they were doing, and between that time, allegedly, he got out the truck. Karen was pissed. Drove 60 feet. Backed up 24 miles per hour in reverse, hit John. John did a backflip. The fucking tail light exploded like ninja stars, like a fucking ninja. Ta, ta, ta. Fucking cut up all his arm, hit him with a gash. He fell on the grass. And from 12:31 to 6 a.m., he was on the fucking lawn and nobody seen him. And 7 people left. One person pulled up, then left.
So the body was there the whole time.
And Higgins
everybody left?
was in the house, and Higgins was in the house, and Higgins left. And they all testified that they pulled out that driveway just like me and drove the length of the lawn and didn't see him. Even the ATF agent, Kevin, you're watching. That's my buddy Jay. You don't like the ATF too much, but we got no smoke with you. Disclaimer.
Hey, I ain't got no problem with them. Hey, look, they was just doing their job. That's all they was doing.
His job? What was he? Oh, you mean your ATF?
In my case, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Kevin wasn't doing his job. Kevin was doing too much. Kevin from South Boston was bugging the fuck out. Kevin from South Boston is in deep shit. But he needs to do the right thing because at the end of the day, if he takes a deal, right, he won't get that life. It's going to come out. So that's what happened. So you tell me, did she back up 60 feet and pull in a straight line in an LX 570? You remember my LX 470, right? My big one that I had? The same truck, basically. An LX 570 Land Cruiser. She went 60 feet, 24 miles per hour in reverse and hit this dude. And like I said, he did a backflip, landed by the flagpole, cracked his head, was knocked out cold. The tail light cracked like ninja stars. Now, keep in mind, and I don't even want to get into the next morning. They didn't find no tail light the next morning, and then they found it later on that day by a crooked state trooper. It gets crazy. But the point is, Higgins left. So I want to tell you what it looks like in front of there. I just showed you what it looked like in the daytime. Let me show you what it looks like in a snowstorm at night. You tell me, if they drove the length of that driveway, could you see a body? And I'll have that for you right now. Damn. My man said, Jen said he got out the car. Wow.
Yeah, she did. She said it on the 911 call.
She said it on the 911 call. Yeah, but she just was saying she said, but her excuse was that Karen told her that.
Karen told her that, right.
She didn't say that in any reports, though, or anything like that. This is the night right here. So it was snowing like this. That's where it was found right there. You're driving by. Right where that arrow is.
And nobody saw him. 11 people left the house.
He was allegedly there from 12:30 at night till 6 in the morning.
Nobody saw him.
All right, they're driving up right now. That's the driveway I pulled in. There's the mailbox. And boom, he was right there. Right there.
And they all went that direction when they left?
They all testified. They went and they said they weren't looking and they didn't see it. Is that impossible, do you think?
Right.
Impossible?
Is it impossible?
It's possible, but for every
It's
one of them.
possible that 7 people didn't see him.
I don't.
You think?
You don't think an ATF
Anything's
agent left that
possible, right?
house and
Anything can
looked
be possible,
around?
but human nature. I mean, you're looking around. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. I
Yep.
mean, I am. I can't sit still. Look at me. I can't. I mean,
They're
so
looking for
yeah.
coyotes coming out of the fucking woods out there.
I mean, anything. You just look. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're looking that direction when you pull out the driveway. You look. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. 7 people to go that same direction, and none of them seen it. None of them looked out the window and seen anybody. Come on, man. I don't buy that.
No. Not the time. The time frame is crazy. And yeah, and Lucky too, the plow driver, he drove by at what time was that? Like 2:20, I think, or maybe. I don't want to be wrong with the time he drove by, but a plow truck he drove by and he said he didn't see him. It was around 2 a.m. and he's up high. You know, a plow truck's got all the lights in the front. He
It depends on
definitely
what kind
would
of
have.
truck it is. You know what I mean? But still.
Yeah, it was a big. I think it was one of them big, like a city truck.
All right, so
But
I'm gonna hit you
still,
with
yeah.
this. You tell me what this looks like to you. Was this from tail light glass? Was this from tail light glass? You tell me. Was this from tail light glass? Did this shatter from tail light glass, or did a dog bite him? What's that look like to you? Does that look like dog bites, or does that look like tail light glass exploded?
Let me enlarge this.
Now, keep in mind, right? Keep in mind, they had a German Shepherd in the house, and they got rid of it.
Yep. They got rid of the dog.
Taillight glass?
That's tail light. Plastic. It when she hit
Bro,
him.
that's not no fucking tail guy. Nah, there's no way.
There's no way.
Right.
You sure about that?
Did he stick his
Hold
friggin'
on,
arm
Jay. They're gonna
inside
come
the
for you.
taillight?
They're gonna come for you, Jay.
That's a lot of cuts.
Right.
That's a lot of cuts.
Hold on.
Come on, man.
Jay Wheeler said that. What did you say, Jay?
Nah, that's definitely not. That ain't no taillight. I don't care what they say. That's definitely not a taillight cut. Way too many cuts for a taillight.
Like Jay said, like Chinese stars, they were coming at him.
What did you say it was? You said what? That's not from tail light glass. You're saying?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Nah, that's definitely not no taillight glass.
Bring that one back from the top.
Say that one more time, bro.
Yo, big bro. What up, little bro? What's up, Lily? Nah, what's going on? Randy, on live. A little live.
Is that right there? Is that dog bites or what? Or is that tail light or dog bites?
Does that look like that could be a tail light?
Tail light?
Damn.
What's up, Randy?
What's going on, man?
that.
How we feeling?
Tail light. They say
you got 600. You got 600.
Hold on. I got 600. I don't even know what you guys are talking about, but I think you're talking about that chick.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Karen Reed, brother.
Yeah, Karen Reed. That bitch ain't guilty.
No.
That kid, that teenager beat the shit out that dude.
Chill with the kid. Come on.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
No, so back to the register.
Chill.
That kid's a Kyle. That kid Kyle, he's the one that fucking beat that dude up.
It's not Kyle.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Kyle. Shit. He's close, though. Call him. Nah, man, that arm is just...
Let's go.
It looks like paws and...
So Jay,
you're
saying that there's no way that was from glass. I mean, tail light pieces.
Plastic. It's plastic. It's plastic.
That's what I'm saying.
Look at the gouges on the bicep there. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I mean, plastic can get you like that. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. That definitely don't look like no freaking plastic cuts to me.
And that would be his first
And
reaction
it's
to put
from
his
his
arm up.
wrist. It's basically from his wrist to his shoulder.
Yeah.
That's a lot. How was the taillight doing all that?
Bro, it's just his arm. If the car hit him like that, it'd be the whole side of his fucking body.
Well, I was just gonna say that you can kind of see the inside of his body in that picture. It's all bruised up.
It's polycarbonate, whatever it is. Yeah, and I know
Yep.
that. I thank you everybody for telling me. But plastic, whatever, we all know what it is. I'm just trying to give Jay. Thank you, chat, for holding me down. Thank you, Misty. Thank you, everybody, for holding me down. Your man J.F.K. is trying to tell him the story without telling him the story too much, just trying to give him the basis. So we got the text messages. We got the bar scene, and now you got the and so Jay, you seen the text message. He's behind John O'Keefe's back talking to Karen. He goes there, he's in a jealous rage, he's about to fight. 12:20, he texted you coming here. He shows up there. 12:30, they're alleging the Commonwealth theory is she drove 60 feet, backed up, hit him, he spun out, the plastic exploded like Chinese stars, cut him all up. He cracked his head, he was on the ground from 12:30 at night to 6 in the morning, and I showed you what it looks like in front of 34 Fairview, the daytime in with the snow and their conditions. Now, what is your thought? Do you think Karen Reed did this to him?
I wouldn't put my money on it.
Now,
I would not put my money on it.
Now, I didn't even show you his face for the respect to John. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to show you his. Now, I just tell you, why don't you Google John O'Keefe, his autopsy
to do all
photos?
that.
No, I'm just letting you know. Once you see that, that will even bring you to another level of this.
Yeah, man.
Why his face is bruised and shit?
Oh, that's
His face looks like he got beat down by Mike Tyson, bro.
So you got hit by a car. They're saying the tail light back allegedly. Back of his head split open.
Back of his head
All
split
those
open.
stripes from his wrist to his friggin' shoulder.
Yep.
And his face is all messed up, mangled.
Yep.
And they're saying that he was
you
right
get hit
there.
by a car, you get hit, and then you bounce off the ground. But I don't see that. Like, I think that's way too much damage to his face, his arm, and his head.
Are the only injuries
for a car accident? Huh?
Are only injuries to his arm?
No, his face and back of his head.
His whole body and shit, though.
Mm-hmm.
No, nothing on his body.
Nothing on his body, just his arm, and he got hit by a car.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
And he was there, allegedly, he was there from 12 o'clock, 12:30 till 6 in the morning, right there, and nobody, and I'll play the video again, and nobody seen him. Is it possible that no one's seen him, Jay?
Yeah, it's possible, but it's highly unlikely.
7 people?
It's possible, but it's highly unlikely. I mean, anything's possible.
7 people leaving that house? No one seen this? No one seen him right there? 6 foot. He was 6. What was he, James? He was what?
Six.
Let
He
the
was like
chat.
6'1", 220 or something like that.
People in the chat. How tall and what was his weight? I think he was 6'1", 220 pounds. No one seen him.
Oh, so and then after
That's you.
That was me. After the last text message, they didn't even think to keep on hitting him up. Like, where you at or nothing?
Oh.
This story's way too complex to tell it.
Yeah.
I watched the whole trial. I can't.
So they beat it and let me talk.
Damn, he's 6'2", 230. 6'2", man. He's tall. He's big, taller than me.
He's taller than you, bro. You're a big boy. How tall are you, Whelan?
Yeah, Whelan. He's like
Me?
your size. Yeah, you're
No,
like a
I'm
little
6. I'm 6 even. I ain't.
Yeah.
No, I'm not that tall.
So 6'2", man.
And I'm damn sure not 230 pounds either.
There's a prop.
185. You know what I mean?
Damn, he was a big dude, and to be laying there, laid out. I mean, look at that. I just think it's back to, like you said, Jay, it's natural. When you come out of a house, especially when there's snow on your windows, you clean off your
Let's
car.
talk about the truth.
You warm it up.
Concerning John's...
You look around, man. You're going to be
That's a
looking
fact,
around.
man.
Yeah.
That's you look around, everything in front of you. You look left to right, and then you know what I mean.
Curfew.
Then
Yeah,
you jump
you're
in your
gonna...
car. You know what I mean. Do what you gotta do. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's highly unlikely nobody's fucking seen that body because it probably wasn't even there at that time.
Thank you, OnlyFan. I appreciate that. I'm glad someone's picking up what I'm putting down. I appreciate you, and I'm sure everybody in the chat. I appreciate everybody. So look at this. This is the summation. This is the summation of what her lawyer said.
Injuries first. The Commonwealth's own medical examiner, Dr. Scortibello, could not conclude that John was hit by a car. Think about that. And she would not even say that it was a homicide. She told you without any dispute in this case, quote, evidence pointing toward one manner of death is no more compelling than evidence of a competing manner of death, end quote. Her words, not mine. She went on to say it's just as likely that he was punched and fell backward. His injuries are consistent with that. In fact, in her expert opinion, his injuries are consistent with a physical altercation, as she testified, but they are not, in her words, not classical injuries from an auto pedestrian accident. That by itself is reasonable doubt.
Oh yeah,
Dr. Russell studied, diagnosed, and treated 1,000, up to 1,000 animal wounds. She's an expert in animal wounds, and she was unequivocal. Those wounds are from an animal, likely a large dog, which means that John was attacked inside the home where Chloe was. There is no other possibility. And Dr. Sheridan, for his part, with thousands of 13,000 autopsies under his belt, decades of experience as chief medical examiner, who's triple credentialed in anatomical, forensic, and neuropathology. He told you that...
Now keep in mind, this is Alan Jackson, James Jackson's uncle. He's no joke.
John's injuries are inconsistent with a motor vehicle accident or incident. They're consistent, however, with a physical altercation. In layman's terms, the science proves John was beaten.
This is
That
crazy.
also is reasonable doubt and should end this case.
Yeah,
But the facts and evidence don't stop there. Two of the most highly educated and highly qualified engineers you'll ever meet, Dr. Dan Wolf and Dr. Andrew Rinchler, mechanical engineer and a biomechanist. They reviewed this case. They did testing, they did analysis, they evaluated the case scientifically. They were not hired by the defense, not by the Commonwealth. They're completely one.
Oh, keep in mind, the feds are investigating this whole case. The feds put them on a grand jury. Higgins, Albert, and everybody. And they were being investigated, not Karen Reed. All the witnesses went to a grand jury in the federal building. You know about that federal building. So when he says they were hired by somebody else, it was the feds reconstruction team that they used. But they can't say it in court because they won't allow them to say feds. So they say from a different entity.
Yeah, which is
100%
crazy.
independent of any party in this case. And they were equally available, by the way.
Yeah, the feds.
To the Commonwealth.
The feds.
They could have called them.
They could have called the feds and said, well, what do you got for
explained
us?
that John's injuries were not caused by being hit by Miss Reed's SUV.
Hold on, we got Misty in here. Misty wants to hit you with the jewel. Over 3,000 pages of how do you say that? Exculpatory evidence. My bad. I'll be getting tongue-tied at this. I've been going for 3 hours. Excuse me, everybody. Thank you, Misty, for helping me. All evidence, 3,000 pages to help Karen. The feds and the Commonwealth still didn't throw it out.
Handed it over to them, right?
Handed it over, and you know, I don't know why the feds ain't coming in arresting these fools. I don't know. They could do it tomorrow. You know how the feds work, Jay, more than anybody. You know what I mean? You know, they move real different. But yeah, the feds are involved too. Oh, by the way, ding dong, there's another way to make you believe that this shit is crazy. That's the reason why everybody's going insane. Because no one believes that this shit is still going on. No one can understand.
Yeah, how was that even possible?
Welcome to our world. How? Stick around for the stick around.
Stick
The
around.
SUV was not damaged by coming in contact with John O'Keefe's body. that should end the inquiry right there. Both
You know,
sides of the
it was
equation.
damaged by
From a
some big
physics,
fat
engineering, and
fucking
biomechanical
kicking in that
standpoint,
taillight.
they established that John O'Keefe was not struck by Karen Reed's vehicle, period. And that is yet another fact that establishes reasonable doubt and should put an end to this case.
So instead of calling the ARCA experts, which they had available to them, the Commonwealth chose to introduce you to Trooper Joe Paul. You'll remember his testimony. I think I'm being kind when I say that Trooper Paul's analysis lacked credibility. Trooper Paul lacks the experience, the education, the training, the background, and the knowledge to not only render opinions on these issues, but to even understand the issues themselves. He makes the absurd claim that John was hit on the elbow area of his arm by a taillight, he was spun to the left in a pirouette, his arm stayed on the light long enough for the shards of plastic to explode around him, scratching his arm even though he was wearing long sleeves, then projecting him 30 feet to the left, but not before making a stop to hit his head on either the curb or the pavement, before coming to his final resting place with his unbroken phone tucked neatly under his body.
What did Dr. Rentschler say before he left the stand? This was even under cross-examination. He said that the physics and the science don't lie. His words were, you can't deny the science and the physics.
They can't explain the injury to his tongue, the laceration on his tongue. They cannot explain the injuries to the back of his hands, the bruises, and certainly they cannot explain the injuries to his right arm. But maybe most importantly, they cannot, and haven't even tried, to explain the lack of injuries on John's body from the neck down. Nothing. He was pristine. Nothing to suggest that he was hit by a 7,000-pound SUV going 25 miles per hour. And what of that right arm? According to the Commonwealth's best and brightest, Trooper Paul, John absorbed the entirety of the collision, the whole collision, with that 3.5-ton SUV entirely with his right arm, launching him some 30 feet. But amazingly, the arm suffered no break, no fracture, and didn't even get a bruise.
Damn.
So how are those injuries properly explained? The evidence is simple. John got into an altercation. He was punched. He tried to defend himself.
Yeah. He was definitely handling his business, and they probably jumped him and beat the crap out of him. You know what I mean? Dragged him out there after everybody left the party. And that could be a dog bite too, but I don't know.
Yeah, yo, Jay, I gotta get up early, so I'm gonna dip out. Just want to say peace.
I'm gonna wrap this up anyway. But yeah, Jay, you want to jump on any other time, Steel and Whalen, let me know. And with that being said, chat, I'm about to land this plane. I've been on for 3 hours. I appreciate everybody. Everybody's been great. If you guys want to subscribe to Jay, you said it's what, Jay?
I don't even know what it is. He can't find
It's
it. So I don't know.
yeah, I couldn't find. It says Jay Whalen, just his name. So where his name's at, just at Jay Whalen. If you guys could
No,
find
you said
it.
You said it's Whalen what? Whalen what you said?
It's WAYLYNN.
Yeah,
135.
Yeah, 135. Hold on.
Oh, what you sent me was just I think
It's right here. So hold on. I got
you got it.
Hold on. Yeah. I'm about to do it right now. All right, hold on a second, chat. I'm about to throw it in there right now. No problem. I'm flying the airplane. My co-pilot can't do it. That's all right. JFK will do it.
Yo, he's flying the plane, man.
I'm sorry, Mr.
Everybody right there. I just threw it up in the chat. I'm gonna throw it up on the I'm gonna throw it up there right now. Throw it up on the screen. I need everybody to go follow my man Whalen, man. Just show him some love, man. He got no subscribers. Let's get it up to 100
I
tonight.
got no content.
You got no content, but that's okay. If you get some subscribers, maybe you'll get motivated. So you got 610 people watching. Let's try to get them to 100 tonight. Let's try to get them 100 subs, and let's get it working. And let's start putting some content together. Because Whalen got some
awful
good
chicken palm.
Yeah, he got some good stories,
that's
man.
That's a hell of a name.
Yeah, everybody got some crazy names, and he got some good stories, and we want him to come. We got some new characters unlocked. You know, we unlocked Jimmy. Now we just unlocked, Whalen, and we just want to introduce you to, get to know who we are and the friends that we roll with. We roll with solid guys who tell it like it is, and like I said, he got no stake in this case, and this is what he's saying right from seeing what we're saying, and I want to continue to give him some more insight. So if you guys want to see Jay back up there, throw a 1 up. right? And with that being said, I'm about to put the wheels down. And I'm about to leave you with a song, man. So peace out. And I love every last one of y'all.
Alright.
Thank you for the super chats.
I
We'll
love
see you
y'all.
next flight.
JFK.
All right.
Love y'all.
Jackson.
man.
All right.
Peace out, bro.
All right,
All right,
everybody. We'll
guys.
see you tomorrow for Karen Reed, man. Tomorrow, big day
Yes.
tomorrow. Big day, people.
Big day, huh? Yippee!
Peace.
Yeah. All right. Peace and love, y'all. Peace and
One.
love. Yes, your man JFK here. I appreciate everybody. That concludes the flight for the night. And you know, you gotta ask yourself this question. R.I.P. officer. Appreciate all y'all. I'll see y'all next flight. Peace and love.
I look up to the sky, and while the minutes pass, I lose track of time. But all I gotta do is try to spend it right. Let's take one more time to celebrate, like there ain't no tomorrow. So let's just make a memory, 'cause tomorrow will be too late. Don't think twice and hesitate, 'cause it's all that we got for now. Just one more time to make it great. Yeah. Just one more time. To the sky, and while the minutes pass, I lose track of time. But all I gotta do is try to spend it right. Let's take one more time to celebrate, like there ain't no tomorrow. So let's just make a memory, 'cause tomorrow will be too late. Don't think twice and hesitate, 'cause it's all that we got for now. Just one more time to make it great. Yeah. Just one more time.
Why? Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Never dies, I hold a mean grudge. Life is cruel, I never knew love. How I feel with evil and it's running through my blood. Every day I'm trying, but I'm fucking up. Judge sick of seeing me, I'm doing time. Lost everything, even lost my mind. Gotta pay the price when you cross the line. That's alright, we all gonna die. All gonna die, they die first. All gotta go, day out of worse. The hurt and the pain, sitting in a cell. Court basements, living in hell. Who can you tell? Don't understand, can't reach goals, don't have a plan. Feeling so paranoid, my life is a lie. Now close your eyes and say goodbye. Now it's time to say goodbye. Time to say goodbye. Bullies on the bus, yo, they took my hat. Let time pass and I got me a strap. Found that motherfucker and I took it back. I grew up in the era where they cooked the crap. Law library, fighting for his life. Love from the mods, got caught with a knife. Shedding some light, it's getting dark. On the same corners, but we worlds apart. Play it smart, they watching every move. Only a fool got something to prove. Nothing to lose, we making gains. Running around, chasing fame. Know my name, heavy in the game. I played my part, I made my lane. Feeling so paranoid, life is a lie. Now close your eyes and say goodbye. They pray and pray for your downfall. I mean, change, you can stay true. A lot of things on my head, but I stay cool. Eliminating these beats like I was trained to. This God winning, God given, I'm not kidding. Y'all all children get lost in it.
Static Selector.
And no matter where I go, I feel
Baby,
right
I'm
at
home, I'm home, I'm
Yeah.
home.
Come on. Rainy days, rainy nights when the pain hit. Mental health fragile. Don't let your brain flip. Had a child with your lady. Never claimed this. She takes care of your son, huh? That's some lame shit. Hold on to dreams. Don't let others see. They say they're sober. They fake recovery. I always reach out. Can't see my brother bleed, but he don't wanna listen. Rather run the streets. Chasing fame, such an entrepreneur. You ain't got that man's money. What you flaunting for? Nothing to call your own. Now you wanting more. Now you in group chats talking noise with your boys. Went from sipping Heineken, sipping on Stella. From boosting with the fellas, merchandise reselling. From a solid crew, now his man is telling. Having Fetty babies from the shit they sell. Home is where the heart is. Every day I'm in the zone. And no matter where I roam, I'm feeling right at home. I don't know my city, nothing. I take care of my own. And I rep my city everywhere that I go. Home is where the heart is. Every day I'm in the zone. And no matter where I roam, I'm feeling right at home. I don't know my city, nothing. I take care of my own. And I rep my city everywhere that I go. Come on. Driving in the whip, light drip with the rain guards. Can't believe the same shit, yo. We came far, grew up on the same street, cut the same cars, call a spade a spade. We was made stars. DYS. Home on the bed crunch, Walkman, super bass, make your head bust. Damn low sweater, 96 North Face, embrace cold weather. And prison is the thing that brings us together. And this is the place that we run back to. Rep our city, verbally attack you. Chaos, negativity, what we attract to. Home is where the heart is, and I don't have to call you. Home is where the heart is. Every day I'm in the zone, and no matter where I roam, I'm feeling right at home. I don't know my city, nothing. I take care of my own. You don't owe anybody anything. You owe it to yourself and your family. Protect your growth. Welcome home. Why? Read between the lines. Yeah. Why? I know you feeling hurt, your mind flipped. That was a moment in time, can't rewind it. I seen your call, can't talk, declined it. Said I was sorry, liquor had me blinded. I know about your issues, you're not feeling well. What you going through, girl, is a living hell. Sometimes I bug out, I just flip and yell. Just come out tonight, we can sip and chill. I know about that night at the Pats game. You was real comfortable, and that's lame. When I bring it up, huh, you act strange. That's okay, I ain't saying no names. Glad you pulled up though, we can take your legs. I told you before, that girl, see, that's my ex. You gotta chill, can't believe what you read in text. It's me and you right now, don't be complex. Now it's fine food, proper pints. Storm coming through after 2, lots of white. We gonna be snowed in, so let's start the fights. I know you wanna talk, girl, but not tonight. Got a text by C, he at the other spot. He there with his brother in that other car. JM over there too, she just a soccer mom. Let's head over there, see what they talking about.
I don't know what it is, but I feel like I've been snake bitten. Life keeps going by, please tell me why am I living? Poison in my mind, losing sight now with this blind vision. I don't know what it is, but I feel like I've been snake bitten.
Laying on this grass, I can hear the snakes. Wish you would've told me he was feeling so erased. When he sent you that text, seen the fear in your face. Then he texted me too, then you drove away. Don't chase waterfalls, read between lines. Keep a fair view, protect your mind all times. Call 911, officer down. Don't make a sound, there's an officer in the house. All I can feel is my phone vibrate. Wish you was here, not sitting at my place. Who let the dogs out? Someone closed the gate. It's cold where the broken face. Please, Lord, not today. Laying on this grass, I can hear the snakes. Wish you would've told me he was feeling the way when he sent you that text. Seen the fear in your face, then he texted me too. Coming here, then you drove away.
I don't know what it is, but I feel like I've been snaked in. Life keeps going by, please tell me why am I living? Poison in my mind, losing sight now with this blind vision. I don't know what it is, but I feel like I've been snake bitten.
Bring that one back from the Bring that one back from the top. Bring that one back from the Bring that one back.
I've tried to tell you time and time again, watch your back with the ones you call your friends.
What about your friends?
I've tried to tell you time and time again, watch your back with the ones you call your friends.
Call your friends.
Try to tell you time and time again, they not your friends, infiltrating your ends. Out on the blocks, it's E24 convertibles. Back then, dudes would straight up murder you. Serious as cancer, taking another puff. Moms came down illin', locked my mother up. They working with them boys, still hustling. Plotting to take you out the picture to keep hustling. Keep hustling, soldier story bumping, trunk going crazy. Always into something, you can't fade me. Los Angeles, I paint that picture. When the beat hits you, it's that 6 killer. I'm back to the beef, 2008. 6 and 7, getting my money straight. Enemies, you ain't my friends. We can all get evil, watch how ugly it ends.
Cause I tell you time and time again, watch your back with the ones you call your friends.
What about your friends?
I tried to tell you time and time again, watch your back with the ones you call your friends.
Call your friends.
Shit, we buck with
Lost in a dream, don't know which way to go. If you were all that you seem, then baby I'm moving way too slow. I've been a fool before, wouldn't like to get my love caught in the slamming door. How about some information, please? Oh, straight up now tell me, do you really wanna love me forever? Oh, am I caught in a hit and run? Straight up now tell me, is it gonna be you and me forever?
If I can face it again, I can't stop now. I've traveled so far to change this lonely life. I wanna know what love is. I want you to show me. I don't know if I can face it again. I can't stop now. I've traveled so far to change this lonely life. I wanna know.
Give it a chance, you the only one for me. Why? Love, girl, you the only one I need. You my heart, shorty, I can't have you ever leave. Say why? You my air, baby, you the reason that I breathe. Give it a chance, you the only one for me. Say why? Love, girl, you the only one I need. You my heart, shorty, I can't have you ever leave. You my air, baby, you the reason that I breathe.
just waking up, and it feels so good, right? Trying to live it up, yeah, live that good life. If you alive right now, you living good, right? She's all that, but she don't like the hood type. We had no remorse when we sat on the stoop. Vision was clear, could tell a Crown Vic from a coupe. Some would pull guns, and others would shoot. We listen to Tupac and Bump, give me the loot. I mean, I'm just trying to shake the culture, trying to pick you up, baby girl, on this culture. Too many vultures that stay on this Snapchat. I wanna know you, wanna know what you laugh at. Taking you back to them days, right? Sitting on the porch, yeah, we used to play fight. Day and night, you know where you can find me. This is for all my people, trapped up in the 90s. For real.
Bitches, you the only one for me. Give me your love, girl, you the only one I need. You my heart, shorty, I can't have you ever leave. You my air, baby, you the reason that I breathe. Give it a chance, cause you the only one for me. Give me your love, girl, you the only one I need. You my heart, shorty, I can't have you ever leave. You my air, baby, you the reason that I breathe.
Summertime dime, hot like June and July. Super fly, the only woman that had drew my eyes. Cupid hit me in the spine, gotta make her mine. Thinking I'ma drop the bomb, yeah, in due time. Flew through in the coupe just to swoop you. You ain't never met one like me, not what you used to. I keep a smile on that face, no boo-hoo. And I ain't just doing it for that boom-boom, it's what I do, boo. Sliding them DMs like we could be friends. I ain't the one for the creeping, cheating and keeping secrets, no. I get up in the deep end, leave it leaking. You gon' give me every reason to keep believing.
Straight up now, tell me, is it gonna be you and me together? Straight up now, tell me, is it gonna be you and me together?
J.F.K. Yeah. Spending in time.
Can't sleep,
Everybody got two hands, right? But it's like I'm always lending one.
Lullaby and good night. Don't let the bed bugs bite. It's time for owner gets to sleep. Good night. Sleep is the cousin of death. It's like you when you sleep. It's like you hold your breath. Good night. Daily I wake up on the wrong side of the bed and I hold my head. Ain't no time yes for lullabies. Cause if I can't sleep, the world stays up with me.
Spaces and time, so many lockdowns, suspended in